Oh, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Ed, man. How's everybody doing this afternoon, man? Here with another episode of Kings of the Palace, y'all. As we going to jump into it, guys, head first, as always, let's welcome the team. Starting off with my boy, all the way from down south, my boy Rich. Come on, spawn on in with us, bro.
What up, though?
All right, tell them where they can find you at.
Tennessee was straight from the D. You can catch me on X at Riggs928.
Bad money. Then next up, the OG, our boy Uncle Drew. Come spawn on in with us, Brody.
Yeah, what up, though?
Tell them where they can find you at.
Andrew Love on Facebook.
Got you. Then our boy, the muscle, Breed. What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though,
Hello?
fellas? What it do?
Yeah,
What's going on? What's happening?
chilling, bro. Chilling, man. Tell them where they can find you at, Breed.
Oh, man, you can find me in a conglomerate of things, man. You know, the New Breed,
All
313
facts.
Sports, 313 the New Breed, Real Talk, and also the D313 XP.
Yes,
You
sir.
can find me everywhere, and then you can find me in all the games, too.
Everywhere.
sir.
Everybody know this. Everybody know this nigga.
Everywhere.
I don't know what Drew was talking about, but I take it.
Man, look.
I ain't have people put me to the side. Was like, that's your boy. I said, yeah, I know him.
That's it. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know.
Channel your inner Pat Bev. We talk about where Breed be at. Where you gonna be at tonight, Breed? Anywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
All
Why
right,
they
y'all.
out here?
We got a good show tonight. Good full show tonight, y'all. Also, before we get started, shout out to our executive producer, our boy Bandit. He, you know what I'm saying, make everything happen from the back, fellas. That's what's up. So let's just jump right into it, gentlemen, man. Pistons, Pelicans, y'all. Pistons win 136-130. Rich, we're gonna start off at the top with you, man. What did you think about what you saw? No Cade yesterday night. What did you think, man?
No Cade, no Hardaway.
Uh,
Man, I thought it was, it was the Pelicans. They didn't have Zion. CJ McCollum didn't get his get back after getting 3 points. He went for 40.
Excuse me.
Man, I thought it was good for Sasser and Holland to get them into the game minutes, man. That's good because it's a lot different coming off the bench or starting, getting them into the game, them crunch time minutes. I liked what I seen. It was, it was a good opportunity for young guys to get experience in the middle towards the end of the season. Even though we're in a race, because usually young guys don't get experience like this at the end of the season unless you suck.
Sure.
So for them to get this type of experience, even though we're in a playoff race, that's big time. And I know we got a topic about Sasser and later. What I do want to say right now is way to keep your head up, young man, and way to be ready when you were when your number was called. Like that can't be understated.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you, man. Uncle Drew, what do you think, man? 136-130, Pistons take care of business last night. What do you think?
I wasn't pleased at all. That was a horrible third quarter.
I agree.
I'll say one thing. JD did what we supposed to do, and that's dominate. I give him that. JD came to play.
That's right.
If he went for him dominating, they might have lost that game.
I think so too. I agree with you. Braid, man, what do you think, brother?
I'm in the same confinements with Drew, man. This was a game they really should have blew them out of the water. Really, it shouldn't have even been a 6-point game. It shouldn't have been. It should have been. It should have been just like it was in New Orleans, if not worse. But it's like you 41. It should have been like a 50-point game. Like, to me, and I know Duran. I thought Duran should have been more aggressive, man. This is the type of game he should have had 20 and 20 with no Zion, nobody in that 5 position that muscled him, but he should have took advantage more to me. But I'm very happy for Ron Holland and Sasser, man. Like, and we got to remember, man, Ron Holland's 19. So he still got room to grow, but
long ways to go.
His best game like this, man, it's scary. It's scary. And shout out to Ron Holland. He signed my jersey at the game too. So shout out to Ron Holland. But yeah, it was just good to see Sasser, man, because Sasser has been in a rotation, out of rotation. Then he's just been forgotten, and then to have his time, and I even mentioned this before. It's good to have a guy like Schroeder teaching him things on the sideline, because I see that even in the games, that he's constantly teaching Sasser a lot of things, because he sees a lot. Schroeder sees a lot of Sasser in him. So he's coaching them like, hey, you could do this, go this way, go here, go there. So I love to see that, man. And it seemed like Schroeder likes to teach Sasser and a lot of these guys, but it's just good to see a lot of these guys that's getting playing time, even without Kate, even though he was a late scratch. But it's all good, though. I mean, we get tired of these injury management things, even though they really ain't hurt.
That was a phone call from Vegas.
It had to be. It had to be because he seemed like he was walking fine.
Exactly. He walking fine the game for that too.
Yeah, he was walking just fine in that meet and greet today too.
Exactly.
It seemed like he wasn't even injured.
10 minutes for the game. Also, your ankle messed up. 10 minutes for the game.
But look at this, man.
Hey, listen, you injured, but yet you had a meet and greet over here playing Hot Wheel games. Okay.
Exactly. Look, but look at this, man. I ain't got nothing negative to say about Cade with that, because he's doing what the company wants him to do, man. Everybody know good well. They got that brother to 65 games in time. Cause like, all right, bro, look, you pretty much a lock for all NBA, first, second, and third. Yeah. You played your All-Star game. You eligible for all the extracurricular awards. So we just gonna make sure you're ready for the playoffs. You're probably not gonna play tomorrow night either. So I mean,
and this is the healthiest he's ever been in any of the seasons he's been in. So
no, he ain't playing tomorrow. Spurs? Nah, I doubt it.
Oh no Wemby, no Fox, no problem.
No, I don't think they have Sohan tomorrow either.
No, I don't think they do.
So I mean, they should go ahead and take care of that business. And I actually think these are good. I'll be honest with you, man. I actually think these are good games for them. Because there is a little bit of an over reliance on Cade, and if we really think these young men are a legitimate core around him, it's just their chance to step up and show that they are. So Duran go ahead and he does his thing. Although I do agree he should have had 20 and 20, but I do think a lot of part of that has to go to the fact that JD has to be. You have to run offense through JD is more than just being a passing hub as well. You got to get them the ball on the block, man. Let them go to work. And so, that is one of those things to where I do want to see JB do that more. However, once again, there's no rush because he, just like we talked about young guys, kids 21 years old. Hey, man, he's got a long way to go as well. So, just our thoughts on the game. I agree with what Drew said. Wasn't very impressed with the defensive effort. That's going to parlay into a later topic that we have around some of the guys that I think fans are a little bit attached to. In terms of the defense that I saw, I was not impressed with it at all. Even Asar did not have a good game defensively, couldn't stay out of foul trouble, and that's why he really didn't play. He wasn't injured. Some people thought he got hurt or something like that. I think JB, and that's what I like about JB. Anybody can get coached, and they get coached equally. And and as much as I like Asar Thompson, it was not a good game last night. It was not. Some of those fouls were just stupid. In fact, all three of them were. So if you're not going to play with your head in the game, you see we can be on the floor. So. No, Ron stepped up. Marcus stepped up, and we ended up getting W. But I think we need to also keep in mind not to get lax towards the finish line here, because you definitely one of the things is this is a team showing their youth, even with the veterans presence there. It's a team showing their youth because the guys have been around. Understand you want to go into the the postseason with momentum. You don't want to go in there flat. You don't want to go in there forming end of season bad habits. So JB, definitely has to get, talk with them, get them back on track, get their mind back right, and then remind them that, look, man, this is the time where you actually put boots to neck and not let the rope slip out your hands. So, got the win. I wasn't impressed with how we got the win. So I agree with my panel that it should have been a blowout. But at the end of the day, it goes in the W column, and hopefully they learned from their mistakes in the W as well. So going into our next topic, guys. Let's not jump the gun.
Pow.
Let's not jump the gun. And look, man, I know our viewers are thinking about what do y'all mean by that. This is what I'm on, guys. I saw some of the fan reaction that we got after that game, both good and bad, both good and bad. I would say, but there's two young guys, man, that clearly had good games last night. But I think some of the stuff I saw, just on a personal level, we'll get the opinion of everybody else on the panel. Some of the stuff I think just grows to be out of pocket, man. And I'll finish off the segment with my thoughts. But we're gonna start with Drew up top, man. What do you think about the fan reaction to our boy Ron Hollis 26-5-5, man? What's your personal opinion?
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Elaborate, brother.
Okay, let's take the content like this. Take that one game away.
Mm-hmm.
Have Ron Holland got close to that since before this game right here this year?
No.
So what we talking about then?
He had one game when he scored like that, but all that was like garbage time minutes, and they got blown out anyway.
See, the fans make you want to talk about the young kid. We don't want to give him confidence, but the fans say so much stupid stuff. It makes it like we hate on the young guy.
Exactly, I agree.
He had a good game. I got a nickname for him too.
What's that?
Psycho Ron.
Psycho Ron.
he for all the mess. He don't care.
He doesn't care. You know, it's fun. He's 19 and he acts like it.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta run back in. Come on, young boy.
Yeah, come here. Exactly. Nah, young fella. Now you're killing me, Rook. You're killing me. Yeah. I feel you. Rich, what did you think about it, man? What do you think about the fans' reaction to Ron having 26-5-5 on him last night?
So lately, for sure, Ron's been playing better than Osar.
Okay.
Like lately, I've seen a lot. Osar's out of control a lot. A lot.
I would agree with that, actually.
Huh?
I would agree with that, actually, in terms of him being out of control. Yeah.
I really don't know where it's come from because we haven't really seen it out of him. He's usually a pretty controlled player, but I mean, turning the ball over, dribbling, missing layups.
Bro, Sar Thompson does that. Like that's been something, man. No, he does have to work on his ball handling. He does that.
But it's been more though lately. From what it's, and like you said, the stupid fouls, just it's like you said, it's something that's been there, but it's becoming more of here of late. Like I was impressed with Ron, like that one, and they showed the details of it when Duran had the rebound towards the end of the game. He passed it out to Ron. Ron had to open three, but instead he dribble drive, kicked it out to our Sasser, but then curled in front of Sasser's man to give him like a little bit of a screen. That's details. You know what I mean? That you just don't teach that shit. Or you know what I mean? Like you got to, and the way he was dribble driving, like I like the kid's game, man. Like he's just the defense, the energy, and also what I said, the first teenager in NBA history to have 25-5-5 with no turnovers. It's pretty impressive for a 19-year-old.
I feel you. I appreciate you. All right, Bree, man, what you think about it, brother? What do you think about the fan reception to Ron's big game last night?
Man, y'all know Ron Holland is my guy, bro.
I like him.
I say too many bad things about Ron Holland. That's my guy, man. That's my new favorite Piston, man. But it to me, it just gives glimpse of how what to look forward to in the future. Like he hasn't done. I'm with Drew. He hasn't done that all year,
right?
But it gives glimpse of what he can be capable of if he's consistent. But that goes with confidence in your game. Yeah. If he can get confidence within his offensive game, like his defensive, he'll be good. But I'm with y'all, man. Like with Ausar, he does have a lot of dumb fouls. But at the same time, I'm not going to fault a player being aggressive and trying and working his ass off. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. But with Ron, man, it's some of these fans that are jumping the gun as of now, but they just see how, they expect a lot from Ron Holland. Even they expect him probably to be like this maybe 2 years from now or 3 years from now, but not now. But this one game is like a sample size of what it could be. Mm-hmm. But I think he can be a special talent, man. I mean, for him to be like this at 19, ain't no telling what he's going to be at 21, 22, 23 years old. Mm-hmm. So I'm not jumping the gun, but the fans are. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do against San Antonio or what he's going to do against Cleveland. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's going to be the stepping stones of what I want to see from Ron Holland. Doing that against New Orleans, even though without all the guys, because they pretty much played a G League team out there, really, besides McCollum and all them.
Absolutely.
But I just want to see if he can do that against teams like Cleveland, Boston, Knicks, and all that. That's what I'm thinking. But
I think it's fun. I think it's funny because
what you think, brother?
The same thing they saying about Holland, right? I mean, I saw turnovers. Holland did that a couple games ago. The same stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
they're the same player, though. If you really look at it.
Exactly. My thing is this: let them learn. Why are we talking about? He's 19. Exactly. Let them learn.
But you gotta. Exactly. But this is the thing, Drew. You gotta understand. These are NBA fans. They ain't got no patience. They want it now. They like little kids. They want it now.
But we all know
we want our
that ain't how the game happens.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Here's my thing with it, man. So to Drew's point and both to Bree's point, man. So and also covering what Rich said. Lately, I think not sorry, but Ron's had a couple, really good games, man. This game right here. Once again, this is a solid game against guys that don't normally play. You know what I'm saying? And in this, we can parlay this right on into our next topic. Let's not jump the gun. Marcus Sasser, go ahead, executive producer. Let's read it. Marcus Sasser. And ultimately, man, it's the same thing. And starting with Ron, right? He had a solid game. Against who, though? You know what I'm saying? Against who? We've seen Ausar turn up big against the best teams in the league. He had a big game against Boston. He's had you get what I'm saying? We've seen these games where he's actually turned up against the best teams in the league. Ron is 19 years old, man. And as soon as one of these young guys get a game against guys that are, at the end of the bench, here we go, get out the anointing oil. And then the problem I have with that is I don't have any problem with giving a young guy his flowers, giving them confidence, etc. But when a 19-year-old, like what we do like we saw with Ron, has an out-of-body experience of the game where he puts up 26, 5, and 5, right? They, as you said, the fans will now come to expect that every night. He's not there yet. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, when he doesn't give you that, now he's a bum.
Yeah. You're
and he can't play. And that's the problem. Same thing with Ausar. Ausar missed half his rookie season with blood clots. Comes back. You know what I'm saying? You really don't even have a chance to work on your game because you're battling blood clots all off season. Comes back. He's just now getting back into playing shape. He just had his minutes restriction lifted. His minutes restriction lifted a couple weeks ago, man. And here we are. There's going to be mistakes made. There's going to be elbow grease involved in these guys' development. And that's my thing. So we talk about Marcus Sasser, and I'll start off with the points about Marcus Sasser. All of a sudden, young guy comes in, third string 2 guard off the bench, and let me make that inference right there. Marcus Sasser is not a point guard; he's a shooting guard. He comes in, has a good game off the bench against the Pelicans G League team, and all I saw, guys, Sunday night was our guys that don't normally play their guys that don't normally play, and our guys that don't normally play went out. That's it. I didn't see anything that anybody should get up in arms about. I didn't see anything that I personally think is a super bright look into the future. We know what Ron Holland's capable of. We know Marcus Sasser can come in, kind of catch fire, and shoot a little bit. But the truth of the matter is, man, these guys they play the minutes that they can truly handle consistently right now. Marcus Sasser. Speaking of Marcus Sasser, one of the things that we talked about on the 313 XP months and months and months ago was that if JB gets hired, right? We see some of the same trends with JB that we saw with Monty Williams. At what point do we be like, okay, this is just a player? Maybe I'm being delusional about this guy. And so, for instance, Marcus Sasser didn't play with Monty Williams, and now he doesn't play with JB. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? He's not that good. And now we have this game here. We, once again, scored 20 against the Pelicans, nobodies. First of all, it's the Pelicans, number one. But then it's the Pelicans, nobodies. So you do this against one of the worst teams in the league, and then you don't even do this against the A team of the worst team in the league. And now we got guys getting out the anointing oil, etc. JB, for whatever reason, apparently doesn't know what he's doing because Marcus Sasser doesn't get minutes. Now all of a sudden, Sasser is he's better than Beasley, he's better than THJ, he's better than Jaden Ivey, all of off one game against bums. That baffles my mind. That's why I was like, let's not jump the gun here. It's the reason why he does not play consistent minutes. It's the reason why he's third in the pecking order. Is Marcus Sasser better than Dennis Schroeder? If so, they wouldn't have traded for Dennis Schroeder. Is Marcus Sasser better than Beasley? If so, he would have his minutes. Is he better than THJ? And I'm not a huge fan of THJ, but if so, he would have his minutes. Another guy is undersized and in his case can't defend because of his size. Well, he was a good defender in college. This is the NBA. I remember when they used to give Marcus Sasser consistent minutes, chucking up bricks. And so now we get one game where he catches a blaze against the New Orleans Bums, and all of a sudden, the coaching staff doesn't know what they're doing. They're hating on him. They're keeping him down. He's the second coming of Jordan. In fact, it goes Jordan, then Sasser, then Magic all time. You know what I'm saying? You know how these guys are. Same with Ron, man. Just young guys having a good game against an extremely subpar version of a subpar team. That's what I see it as. Let them have their games, y'all. Let them develop. And then particularly Ron, because here's the thing with Sasser. Sasser's 24 years old, man. At this point, Marcus Sasser kind of is what he's going to be. That's what I see with him. Now, hey, maybe I could be incorrect, but I don't think I am with him. He's 5 years older than Ron Holland. Ron's really the guy we should be looking at, man. Glimpses to the future. But either or way, it's his second year in the league. It's Ron's rookie year. Let's give him, credit for having good games, but also let's keep in mind to be patient and realize who we just saw this performance against. Turn it over to you, OG. What you think about that, man?
When I watch the game, I just look at a professional getting his number card, and he just showing up. That's how I looked at it.
That's it.
That's your job. You don't know when your name gonna get called. Just be ready when you get called. And that's what it was.
That's it. That's what I feel. The same way.
I'm not throwing no hip hey hooray party for him. None of that.
Right. And I'm not. and my thing is, man, I'm not questioning the acumen of Detroit's leadership because he doesn't play. Here's the thing. And for any of my fans watching this, and if let's say you're a big fan of Marcus Sasser, right? Malachi Flynn has a 50-point game in the NBA, and he's currently playing ball in the G League.
Austin Spurs.
You get what I'm saying? The teams aren't hating on him. He's not good enough to get consistent NBA minutes. Now, that's not saying he's not good at basketball, especially as it pertains to us laymen. What up, though?
Hey, Ed, I'm going to give you another example. Look at Matt McClung. damn slam dunk champion and can't even get on an NBA roster?
Because he can't play.
Exactly.
Because he can't play. This conspiracy theory that somebody's trying to keep Marcus Sasser and any other young player that, man, look, these guys have jobs to keep. And especially if you're on a team that's winning games. Now, I can understand if you have, because there's a few teams in the league where we know good and well imbeciles are running that team, top to bottom. But when we have a team that's actually winning games, man, I trust in the acumen. Say, Sass sucks. Brian Markham, what up, Dave? What up, though? I agree. I would say, I need that Holland jersey, Steve. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Steve can sell it to me.
Man, Steve got every player in the league jersey since he was a kid.
No, I don't.
They're hating on my white guys.
No, I don't.
Ain't nobody hating on your white guys. They can't defend.
Hey, when we was in middle school, Steve comes every day at school with a different jersey, different team with everybody. He got 100 jerseys when we was in middle school.
Steve had bread coming up. Steve had bread coming up.
Am I lying, Steve?
I'm broke, man. I'm broke.
Nah, bro. That's,
yeah, okay.
I'm broke.
Hey, you see here tonight.
That's a lie from the pit of hell, Steve. But all right, bro. You say what you want, man. You're not broke, dog. Once again, if you broke, I got oceanfront property in Iowa, man.
We're gonna have to visit that property in Iowa then.
Okay, you ain't broke, man. All right, bro. Okay, whatever. But yeah, man, I feel what you're coming from, dog. At the end of the day, it's a professional, got his number called, he was ready to play. Point blank. Rich, what do you think about it, man?
Man, I don't think he sucks like Day.
Yeah, exactly.
Was saying. I don't think he's ready to. He's not a starter, but like Drew said, man, when the man got his number called, he showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can ask for. And if you look at his numbers when he has played, he's shooting decently, shooting like 38 from three, 47 from the field, 86% from the line. So I mean, when he's got less than a turnover a game when he plays. I mean, I'm not saying.
Is this per 36 minutes?
Huh?
Is this per 36 minutes?
No, that's just.
Then it doesn't matter.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he needs to be starter, and I'm not saying JB's not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when his number is called, he is producing, doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. He's a solid guy. And he'll be able to make. He's a guy. I think he'll be able to make an NBA roster, etc. But he'll be like one of these journeymen. That's what I see.
He's gonna be like a Curtis Joseph.
Yeah, that or maybe a Rodney McGruder. No cap. No, and look, man, I don't even.
Curtis Joseph is starting in Orlando right as we speak.
Right now.
and that same Curtis Joseph just beat Lakers tonight. So
hey, but that's about it. Steve, what do you think, dog?
You did not just bring up Corey Joseph. Oh my God. Yeah. I think, man, Sasser looked like a little kid out there, man. He looked like a 12, 13-year-old kid out there. I ain't even gonna lie.
I ain't trying to talk the boy looks now.
He looked like a little kid. He looked like a little kid that's out there playing with grown people. Like, hey, go on somewhere. Go on. But yeah, I ain't jumping the gun on Sasser, man. I mean, I like Sasser too, but I'm not gonna put him over Schroeder. Because it's just he's just learning as he goes. He's that third guard that he's just not ready yet. I mean, we got to just see how he's going to be within the next couple years if he stays here. Now, I don't think he's going to stay on this team.
No, neither.
I think he's going to be packaged with somebody within the trade. But he has to get stronger. His defense has to get better because he just got to get better in all facets because he's getting bodied out there. Like he looks like a little kid. You put him on a post, it's barbecue chicken all night. All night long.
Well, I mean, it goes back to what we were saying. He's an undersized
all
two.
Night long.
He's not a one. He's not a one at all. He's not a playmaker. And the thing is, he was not a point guard in college.
No,
people don't understand. He was a full-time two guard. He's a full-time two guard in college. You know, he was dude. Jamal Shed was the point guard. People need to actually watch ball, man. It's the same thing when people said, when you have these sycophants talk about the ball should be in Jay Nivey hands because he's more of a point guard. Okay, Jay Nivey has never played point guard his life. Maybe elementary school in the YMCA league. Maybe that's where he played point guard at. He's never played point guard at a high level in his life, man. Never, ever. Well, what about at Purdue? He had the ball. Eric Hunter Jr. was the point guard.
Was.
People don't understand.
He had the ball on fast break.
Exactly, man. People say things, man. The internet is really emboldening people to say a lot of goofiness and stupidity because oftentimes they don't have to put a face to what comes out of their mouth. That's why you get a lot of, trolls and goobers and guys convinced they know what they're talking about, man. Like, and this is, as I said this as a compliment to Sass, because sometimes, man, once again, when homers get out the anointing oil, they place these false expectations on these players, and when these players can't live up to these expectations that don't have any business being on them, all of a sudden, he a bum, he a scrub, he overrated, he this, that, and the third. You want this young man who is a scorer, to the very definition of a scorer, to be a pass-first point guard. And you drafted him because of what you saw when he was in college, which was a scorer. Now, I thought it was a waste of a pick because we didn't need Marcus Sasser. You had G.G. Jackson still on the board, but, the guy who made that decision is fired, and rightfully so. But at the same time, in terms of who this young man is, maybe he'll blossom somewhere else, perhaps. All I know is he's not better than the guys in front of him on this team. That's why he doesn't play. And so a 20-point outburst against a bunch of G League guys, that doesn't move me to say anything any different. Anybody else got any thoughts on this before we switch gears? No. Okay.
Keep your head up, Sasser. Keep your head up.
Another team, he can be like a TJ McConnell somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Well, no, I would say TJ McConnell, man. I mean, it'd have to be. He's a scorer.
TJ McConnell before Philly, he wasn't doing. He wasn't getting no. He wasn't doing nothing. He was doing the same thing.
Here's the thing, man. With TJ McConnell, you see, TJ McConnell was a guy who was an undrafted, free agent. Found out he could play, etc. Also, TJ McConnell's the most definition of a pure point guard. That's not TJ McConnell.
When I say TJ McConnell, I don't mean as in the position. I mean as in role. Yeah, his role. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe somewhere else. Like I said, man, he can blossom into something somewhere else. Perhaps. I just, but then again, man, with TJ McConnell, you look, TJ McConnell gets a lot of these minutes he gets because Nembhard was injured and things like that, man. So it's a day. Prayers up for Juju Watkins. Did she get injured or something? Maybe.
She got hurt.
I hope. What'd she do? Without thinking, without even seeing that, it was likely a knee injury, was it?
Damn.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Women are really prone to a lot of lower body injuries. That's just a fact, unfortunately. Prayers up to that young lady. You see that? That's the day after.
Right. Knee injury.
Oh yeah, she done.
Juju, we need you back healthy. I need to bury you in a few years. I need
Steve Parlay was messed up.
Oh shit!
But
she was taking it down the court, and her knee just collapsed.
Yeah, ACL.
Yep, ACL.
ACL. Yeah, and that's what I said. Like, awful one. I feel you, man. Like I said, young females are prone to a lot of lower body injuries. For those who don't know, man, tendons already don't get that much blood flow as it is, and women are less vascular than men, blood flow wise. So they're often more prone to things like that. They're also more prone to concussions because females have thinner liquid lining around the brain. So, this is something that unfortunately pops up a lot in women's sports, man. And prayers up for that young lady. I like Juju, man. I like the brand. She's got a good supporting cast around her. I think I like what she thus far seems to represent. Seems to represent some class. I don't see her out here looking scantily clad, wearing things that she ain't got no business wearing, seeking attention and things like that. And it's because she looks like she got two solid parents, man, that are actual still parents. So Prayers up for that young lady, man.
She just got to stay away from Jaden Daniels. That's all.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later on, fellas.
Hey, Jaden's mom for sure got in the middle. She said,
Hey, see. If that was me, see, I'd be like, Mama, let's sit your ass down. We talking.
Listen.
Mom blocking
about a black mother.
Mom blocking like Robert Porsche.
Man, I'm grown now.
Mom blocking like Robert Porsche.
Hey,
telling you, man. But hey, we'll get to that, fellas.
Yep.
Oh wow. All right, let's stay on track, y'all. Let's switch focus, y'all. We'll talk about Jaden Ivey. J.I. So, a video popped up today, earlier, circulating, claiming that Jaden Ivey was running at practice. Now, upon further inspection, it was discovered Jaden Ivey was just jogging and barely doing that. And Jaden Dunn was also trolling him because all he could do was jog. Bree, we gonna start with you, man. What do you think about this whole thing, man?
Trolling, because if anybody was at pregame yesterday, Duran actually wore his jersey warming up.
Yep.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
Duran is something else, but
JD a troll, man.
He's a big troll, literally.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, man, it's like, I mean, it's good to see the kid trying to get back
right
to form and stuff like that. Personally, I don't think he should be out there. I don't either. To be exactly what it is and have him train for next year. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So I just want the team to stay as it is. But it's just good. I mean, for the horrific injury that he's had, it's good to see that he really wants to be out there and wants to play for this team.
I agree.
And I gotta give the kid credit. He wants to be out there. He's on the sidelines with this team. He's showing his support. So I gotta give credit to him. But I just want him to just stay focused, work on the injury. Don't hurry up this season. Just go to next season. You know, do your thing with that.
You got to get healthy for us to trade you.
Hey, Rich, don't tell some of these fans that because they don't want him to get traded at all. I run into so many fans that's like, why would you want him to get traded? He's an important piece of this team. I'm like, I'm staying out of it. Because y'all want to argue and stuff. I'm like, okay. Y'all the same fans that wanted Cade to get traded. How'd that work out?
I mean, some of these guys, we're not going to deviate. We're going to stay on track. But, yeah, man, I feel where you're coming from. One of the things is I don't think anybody can ever question how hard Jaden Ivey works. I don't think that's ever been up for debate. At least anybody who has half a brain, it shouldn't be up for debate with. The young man clearly works hard. Clearly put in a lot of work on his body this past offseason, too. Came in at least 10 pounds heavier than what we saw last season. So definitely he works hard. Drew, what do you think about this, man? The social media goes into a buzz. Apparently, J.I. is ripping and roaring at practice, man, and my boy is chicken walking. But what do you think?
Man, that's some BS, man. I saw that BS earlier. Oh, he's looking good on the side of the court. Oh, he gonna be ready in a couple weeks.
Could barely move, man.
He can barely move, man.
Hey, they said that same shit about Hutch.
They did.
That's
why, fellas. That's why I wanted to bring it up, man. That's why I wanted to bring it up. Hey, Rich, what do you?
You ain't lying, Rich.
What do you think, Rich?
Yeah.
And Hutch look, and I love Hutch. I got his jersey. That's my dude ever since Michigan.
Yeah.
Looked like he was running in quicksand.
Tell you. Hey, man, look. Hey, you ever stubbed your toe trying to race somebody when you were little? And you got that dude. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Hutch and J.I. look like, man. That's
that's like that. That's like when they be doing the movies. They be like, dun, 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 dun,
exactly. Yes.
Hey,
Right.
that looks like me racing against my 8-year-old daughter.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Man, he went from being a defensive end to a defensive tackle.
I'm telling
He
you.
won't
He
run.
wild,
He
man.
won't run nobody down. They threw
He
him out. They
wild.
threw him out there. He won't ain't got no sack. He
He
won't even
wild,
make the
man.
play.
But you see, look, man. But that's the point we're trying to make, man. Like, let things happen. You know what I'm saying? As fans, we have to learn to be patient, man. We can't. We're locked in these expectations. Now you got guys. Now you're trying to throw pressure on this kid to get back earlier than what he should be getting back. He can barely move right now. He's not coming back before the regular season. And let's be real, he shouldn't be back during the playoffs. There's no reason for this kid to rush himself back, man. And I think as fans, I think that I'll be real with you, man. Sometimes I notice amongst our fandom, we have like this crossover threshold from fandom to hero worship. You know what I'm saying? It gets way out of pocket, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Some of this stuff is just out of hand. Like guys, the gentleman broke his leg. He's not coming back this year, nor should he come back this year. Well, granted, it's fracture fibula, it's a non-weight bearing bone in the leg. We get it either way; it's a fracture. He should not be trying to rush back this year. Let this young man heal up. He'll probably be healthy, during the off season, sometime in June, July, something like that. Yeah, realistically, but it's not. He's not playing another NBA game this season, and he shouldn't. And he shouldn't. And let's not put these lofty expectations on this young man and put pressure on him in this camp to get back, and they're not healthy yet. It's not right. It's not fair to the kid. He's doing the best he can to get back the right way, and that's what he needs to do. But I just thought that was crazy, man. I heard that this morning. I'm like, oh, J.I. running now. I'm like, man, just like Bree doing up top, y'all. I'm like, this ain't even. People ought to stop. Like that's just that's buffoonery. That's buffoonery. That's buffoonery, y'all.
And not only do the fans got to be patient, but the player has to be patient too.
Yes.
You have to. I mean, I understand that you want to rush yourself quick, but reality is, it's like the brain and the actual body can be different. I know in your mind you want to come back, but your body is like, whoa. You ain't ready, brother. You ain't ready.
Well, your body gets together real quick. Your body sit your ass down real quick.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. So the body not ready.
And you know, and see, you know.
Yeah.
That body, the body tell you, like, all right now.
The body ain't right.
I gave you a warning.
Hey, listen. When you turn 40, everything hurts.
Yeah, it's over.
Everything hurts.
Oh, but hold up. But look, breathe up.
I've been dealing with the damn neck injury that I injured in my sleep for about a week now. Who you telling?
That's that post 40.
Hey, man. Hey, I got a regimen for that. I get those all the time in my neck. You gotta get some hot.
Paper rub?
Hell no. Get a hot rag, a real hot rag, and then just rub it out, and it'll come out.
Rich, you just ate.
I've been using biofilm.
Yeah. See, look. Here's the thing, man. Look, we gotta address this some topic too.
He said you ate, Rich.
Look, Bandit roasting from behind the scenes. Now look, Bandit, executive producer.
Head out here, you little muppet.
Bro, look. How about Rich? You just ate Bandit. This is all I want you to do, man. Just bring up a window with just your hairline as a guest on the show. Not even your whole body. Just your hairline as a guest.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Just not even the whole. Bring up a box. Just your line. Your line is the only thing that's invited. The rest of your body is not invited.
Hey, his hairline gonna be like that coach. Did you see that coach?
Stop. Hey, man. Stop that, man. Stop that.
He said it's gonna be like.
Hey, stop that, man. Stop that.
Hey, look, man. Bandit. I didn't say that.
Right,
look,
man.
Bandit. You gotta fight Rich now.
Bro.
You gotta fight Rich now. That's like Bandit. That's like.
Y'all
done pissed him off.
I'm just trying to be a productive man and do my homework and do production at the same time in the background. And I made one joke that Rich is 80 years old because he looked. Don't lie, he looked 95. I said 80, I was being nice. But now you want to come talk about my goddamn hairline and shit. I don't care about my goddamn hairline. Now,
No, look, I was just joking because look in the past,
No,
look,
you know I put my hairline just in the camera,
I
right?
know, look,
My hairline just in the
now
camera.
watch. For our viewers, y'all know y'all couldn't see nothing wrong with this dude's hairline, but for whatever reason he thinks it is.
Man,
What's wrong with that?
I'm pushing
What's wrong with
back.
that?
It's pushing back.
Nah, that ain't bad, bro. You ain't got no spots on it. You can still get the fresh one.
When my kids say, "Dad, your hairline is like this," then it's a problem, bro.
Well, kids say a lot of things. Kids say a lot of things.
They say I'm fat too.
It puts you like this. Your line is redacted. It's not a shame yet. You still got a couple years of fight left, man.
I'm about to start drawing that shit on like they be doing on TikTok.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, bro.
You do that, I'm flaming your ass.
Exactly.
Ain't no
I ain't coming on this show anymore.
Listen, talking shit. You'll never catch me sweating and see my shit just dripping. You know what I mean?
Yo, hey, look.
All right, LeBron.
No, hell no.
No, man. Don't do him like that. Exactly.
It must be an Ohio thing.
Man, for real.
Hey, he from Akron. He ain't from Warren. I'm two totally different sides.
Look, yo, bring that up, man. Hey, Neil, can you get that up there for our viewers, man? That hairline, man. That's look at that. Look at that. God bless America. That looked like Mayan ruins, man. Like you know when you see the
let it go.
You see the let it go.
Your hairline ain't there no more.
No. Can you believe that? No. He had a whole mountain on top of his head, man. Like a mountain on top of his head.
Dog. Byron Goins, man. No.
Bro, that looked like Laura Croft find an ancient.
You talking about shit.
Man, it looked like Laura Croft find the ancient pyramid, and you can see the bricks from it, but the brush still covering it. That's what his hairline looked like, man.
I like the way they got that colored hair right there.
Yeah, that Beijing. Dog, hey, look, Drew disgusted. Look.
And I appreciate the compliments about my hairline, though. I appreciate that, bro. That is my confidence. They might.
Nah, dog, we wouldn't lie to you, man. You can actually still get the fresh one, man. You need to have a conversation with your OG over there. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Both teams play hard, man.
There's no excuse for that.
You always do.
There's no excuse for that, man.
All right, I'm going back in the background now. Y'all just don't make sure I come over here like.
You know, Steel Reserve.
Ooh.
I ain't got nothing to do.
See, y'all gotta look. Y'all gotta spar now.
Hey, hold on, man. How you studying? You got the drink right there.
If I study high, take the test high, I get high scores. Don't worry about my dreams and my plans over here.
Oh boy,
I made you take it college twice.
You over there BSing, man. You better.
I'm producing.
To our viewers,
I'm doing homework and I'm chilling. My kids.
To our viewers, T. Nothing but Lipton. Nothing but Lipton.
Hey, listen, my
That's
kids
right. That's right.
My kids is 8. They had a good day at school. They played. They sleep. They fed.
Hey, brother. You should try a cup of tea.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Hey, you got tea, all right. It's gonna be some green tea in there in a minute.
Man, go on.
Taki.
Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny.
No. I'll get my covered on next week with you, bro.
Bro, look, bet. I got you. But y'all, back to that coach's hairline, y'all. So, what do y'all think about that?
I'm not the coach either. I'm not the coach.
Oh man. Oh, bro. Wait, hold on. Who is he the coach of, man? What team?
Liberty.
Liberty. Listen, I'm gonna be real. I was talking to Drew about this earlier.
Liberty.
Look, I would be getting DMPCDs because I'd be very disrespectful if I was an 18-year-old on this team. Like, coach, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's hard for me to play zone when your hair look like that. I just can't take your shit. It's hard. It's hard for me to. Man, coach, it's hard for me to play good defense, so your hairline can't defend.
He think he look good. You see how he was smiling,
bro. That's interview. Look at this, man. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. You got the Gumby.
Look at
That's what his head like the Gumby.
that, bro. Look at that dog. You know what it looked like, man? His hair looks like a drawing. Somebody's trying to make a head, bro, and then they mess up on this part, so they erase it.
Look how he looking
like an elder sketch.
That's crazy.
He should have fucking like airbrushed your size black.
That's crazy, fellas. Look, if I didn't see that on live television, I would have sworn that was AI or somebody trolling. That's nuts, man. Now look how he got the top dyed black, and then he still got. Bro,
his hairline ain't bad. It's just the hair on top of the hair.
No, he got the hooves right here, like
bro. He got the Vegeta.
Yeah,
he like, cut all that stuff on top of his head and his rolls regular hair. He had been smooth. Cut all that shit off.
Yeah, man. That's crazy work, dog.
Hairstyle.
He trying to, man. Look at that. Look at that, man.
He cheesy too. I look good.
This hairline was brought to you by Detroit Fan Report. Make sure you subscribe.
That's crazy.
And follow
That's nuts.
X-Man. Follow Dupree 3133. You feel me? Make sure y'all follow.
Now look.
I'm going
look.
to the background now.
If my stuff ever get like that, if my stuff,
follow Detroit Fan Report for your free chance at a new hairline.
I'm telling you, man.
Bro, James can't fix that shit on
Bree, tell him, bro. Tell him, man. Look.
Hey, listen. I got the worst hairline of everybody. I just made it to the point I'm just letting it go.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, if y'all ever see me clearly going bald and maintaining dreads, y'all need to tell me about myself. If anybody's watching this, man, blame me in the comment section and mock and shame me until I finally get the message.
Man, I just did this shit today, man. I hate fucking hair.
Hey, Ed, we don't want you having that Mitch Green.
Oh my God, look at this.
Hey, y'all talking about hairline? I think I whole head full of hair.
Like Chucky. Hey, like Chucky.
Hey.
Oh man.
Hey, these are little trolls from the 90s.
Man,
hey, what was the dude's name on Toy Story that was blowing up the goddamn
Mitch? Bro, that's cold, man.
Hey, remember Birdman?
That blood green. Yeah. Yes.
Miss Green.
Yeah, Miss Blood Green.
That's my uncle. We got the same last name. That's my uncle.
Y'all look a little bit alike, man. Y'all related for real?
We on that bullshit.
Okay. Hey, like Blood Green. That Mike Tyson Blood Green fight was a good fight. If you've never seen it,
was a good fight.
Oh my God.
Very good fight. Blood Green was not afraid of Mike, man. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
What fight you talking about? You want to fight outside or fight in the ring?
In the ring.
The fight outside was a good fight.
He was a shit talker, though. He was a shit talker.
Man, look, I'll be real with you. As much as he used to talk, he wasn't lying.
Yeah.
He said he found him outside of them bars and everything, man. Very questionable, Mike. Very sus. Very sus. All right, fellas. On to our next topic, man. How much is too much for
We're done talking about the Carlos Boozer hairdo.
Yes, sir.
That's what Buddy's hair looked like with Carlos Boozer. He did that.
That was crazy. You thought he had that Beijing, man? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked. You know who he looked like, man? What's that one villain off Spider-Man with the suit and the and bring that back. Bring is the Hammerhead?
You talking about the Great Goblin when he took his shit off?
No, so we had like the chrome head, man. You know what I'm saying? His head, the shape of the head and everything looked like that. Nah, man, that's terrible. He looked like Spock.
Oh.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a little glossy, that's all.
Man, look, at least he at least had the razor line with it.
That shit had that
goddamn. His shit look a lot better than Coach did. Coach
Bro,
sure.
That boy had like Powerpuff
They're
Girl
lucky
animation.
that game wasn't close. If he would have started sweating, that shit would have ran down the face.
Look, dog. That dude had like Powerpuff Girl animation. That's what that dude. Man, come on, dog. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. Carlos Boozer ought to be
a little bit of nice.
I'm telling you, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That boy had like mid-90s cartoon work. Nah. So yeah, fellas. On the next topic, man. How much money do we think is too much money for Malik Beasley? And I got a couple. I want to expound upon this a little bit. Because I'm noticing some things with some of these guys on the team. Before I even expound on it, let's pass it. It says, Dave, since you're here now, man, how much money would you say is too much money for Malik Beasley? Where you draw the line at, letting them walk?
Really don't. How many years are we going to give him? 2, 3 years? How many years are we talking?
More than likely, you probably get the 2 to 3 year deal. 3 years is tops, to be very honest with you. I think he gets a 2 year deal.
Yeah, maybe 2 years. 28.
228, 228.
14,
all right.
Give him 14, 15 a year. I'm cool with that.
Fair enough. Okay. Rich, what do you think, man?
I'm in the 15 to 18 range.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 for 36, 2 for 32, for 36, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Bree, what about you, dog? What do you think, bro?
I wouldn't probably go no more than I would say 10 to 15 million.
Yeah.
I think 15. I think anything more than 15 is too much.
I got you. So basically 2 for 20, 2 for 30, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
2 for 30 is the tops.
Yeah, that Applebee's meal. Yeah,
I got you.
Is good. 2 for
What did Atlanta give Corver when they signed Corver?
It's a 20-year-old Woodward. You see, that's why we don't say things like that on this channel.
Leave Woodward Sports alone, man.
It's hard to.
Okay.
Hey, Mass, you my guy. Everybody else, I ain't got nothing to do with.
So we gonna Wow. $20 million a year for okay, whatever.
I like Terry Foster.
I can't do 20.
I don't like any of them guys, man. But that's just me. I like Lindsey Hunter and the guy, anybody who actually played. The rest of them guys, man. Flannel shirt, none of the heavyweights. None of them do it. None of them do it, man.
Flannel equals garbage.
None of them do it, man. It's nothing but it's nothing but a broadcast full of guys that were team managers. That's what that is, man.
Hey, shout out to Kool-Aid though. Shout out to Kool-Aid.
Is that the flannel shirt?
I don't like him either. I think he has some garbage ass fanboy takes.
Hey,
it's hard to have good takes when you don't play.
I'm fired up. I'm fired up.
Crazy, man. Crazy. All right. Yeah, man. Here's what I'm on. So right now the Pistons can give Malik what every other team can give Malik, which is the MLE. So now, to my knowledge, the MLE is 8.4. Then you have another level of mid-level exemption. You can actually combine those two, and then you can create a little more substantial offer. So I think the max, Malik's going to get is probably $12 to $13 million a year. And that's if you choose to combine both exceptions. Because the more you do that, that means if you do that, you're locking in, and then you have less money to spend on, creating and maintaining a quality bench. Here's my thing with Malik. Right, I think a lot of things get exposed towards the end of the year. Right, here's my thing. I think the Pistons' biggest weak. What's up, Joe?
He's a defensive liability.
He is, and the thing is, guys. So there's no guarantee because I know some people are big fans of J.I., some are not, and we're not discussing that. However, I will say this: if you have, let's say you hold on to J.I. until next season, right? Then you re-sign Malik Beasley, right? Then you have Ron Holland. Then you have Asar, whatnot. The Pistons' biggest weaknesses, and this is just from what I'm seeing, we always are in a constant state of exchanging offense for defense. We don't have a 3-and-D player. The only 3-and-D player on the team is Cade Cunningham. That's it. And so we don't have a wing that can be relied on, that can stay on the floor, stretch the floor, capitalize off of gravity Cade creates on a drive, and then also be counted on to lock down a man. And we have too many of those guys on the team getting minutes. If you got J.I., he's one of them. Beasley's going to get minutes. Here's the issue with that. Well, it's not that serious, but it is that serious. Because here's the issue with that. Beasley's got to pay, 25 minutes a game, right?
Yep.
J.I. is going to play 30-plus minutes a game, 32 minutes a game at least, right? So for the majority of the game, you got guys that can score, but they can't stop anybody. And then when they're not scoring at an alarming rate, what happens? You fall behind defensively. And so we've also discussed this. Is J.I. the kind of offensive talent to where you can look past his defense? No. The only time you can do that with a player if he's giving you 25 and more. Really, realistically, consistently. You know, that 24 to 28 points a game range is when you can kind of look past the player's defense somewhat and try to hide him. Right now, that's not enough scoring production to hide him. And I understand he's breaking records for 3-pointers made, etc. But once again, now that teams have we're seeing a little bit less of this. Now that teams have locked in on him, they're game planning for this now. You're seeing a lesser volume of Beasley getting open looks now that he's getting run off the 3-point line. Another thing that I'm noticing that I don't like, it's everything but pass the ball with Malik. Malik will get ran off the line instead of just moving the ball over to the point guard, get it to the block or the wing, etc. Malik will try to drive, something he's not good at, and then try to get to the rack, something he's not good at. He's not a good finisher. And then it'll be a stupid turnover. You know what I'm saying? I noticed this a lot from Malik, man. So now I have to get to the point, how much money am I willing to pay Malik Beasley? Now, I'll say this. Depending on what's available, right? And depending on what talks and agents reach out, players reach out, because the bottom line is when you have two things. When you have a star player and a winning atmosphere, players are going to be interested. Bottom line, right? Depending on what's available out there, I might be in the minority. And this is just Ed's opinion on the panel. This is not reflective of everybody else unless they co-sign it. I think I'm in the minority depending on who wants to come to Detroit or who we can get in a trade of not re-signing Malik Beasley at all.
You're in the minority on that.
That's fine. And I'll be that. Because as far as I'm concerned, yeah, fair enough. Because as far as I'm concerned, there are upgrades for Malik Beasley in his role out there. Let's say this, if we could get a hold of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and he wants to sign here in Detroit. He's younger. He's 2 years younger. He is a lockdown, top-tier defender. And guess what, fellas? Nickeil shoots 41%. All 5 attempts a game.
Check that out.
So here we go. We actually have a player now on this team to where we can actually stop a man, put him on a guy, and leave him on the floor with minutes with K and knock down the shot. A guy I'm a fan of getting him in trade, Dante DiVincenzo. Elite defender, elite shooter. If you get a Dante DiVincenzo, I'm not re-signing Malik Beasley.
The only bad thing about that is he's injured so damn much.
Dante?
Yeah.
At this point, man, all these guys are injured a lot, man. For real. At this point, all these guys are injured a lot. So with me, I'm just looking at what mode of player we can get, man. There's 3-and-D players out there. Once again, we need that on this team. There's too many guys that can't defend on this team, and then you have to give them minutes. That's kind of the fatal flaw. That's kind of what we've been seeing, and teams are beginning to exploit that. Because if Malik is not shooting, what is he doing?
Nothing.
Taking up space and just keeping it real. We've seen that the last 3 games. The Mavericks game was one of the worst displays. Let me tell y'all something. Malik was getting singled out and farmed. He was getting targeted and farmed defensively, man. You had guys that are G League players saying they singled out Malik and getting farmed. He could not stop anybody. We had 12 straight possessions. Counted them, fellas. 12 straight possessions where they went after Malik. Score, foul. Score, foul. Score, foul. Couldn't stop anybody. And the problem I have with that is you have to play Malik big minutes. And you have to do it more so if you re-sign him, because now what? He's making more than $6 million a year, so you have to justify that contract.
Barbecue chicken.
And so that's my thing right there.
What I noticed in the game against the Pelicans yesterday.
Yeah.
Damn. I always do that. I always take a rip before it's my turn to talk.
And whoa there, fella.
When the game was like kind of close, under 2 minutes or under a minute, when they were doing the free throw game, they're going back and forth. They pulled Beasley off the floor. I was like, you're going to pull one of your best shooters off the floor right now? Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's because of defense. You don't want them to straight attack Beasley and get an easy shot.
Right. And to your point, bro, that's kind of the weakness we have because then once we do that, now we can't shoot, and now we don't have a driving lane, and that is important. I understand that we all agree that not every team has to jack up a bunch of threes, etc. And we've shown we can be successful without jacking up whole bunch of shots from all over the court and letting that be the hub of our offense. However, you do have to be able to space the floor. You do have to have a driving lane. If all teams have to do is pack the paint, then you don't have an offense. You don't. And so either we have to choose from being able to have a lane to where our best players can do what they can do, or we have to be able to choose that we can shoot, but we can't stop anybody. I think this offseason, a Trajan has to address that. To be very honest with you, that personally for me is why I'm not. That's why I'm pro trade Ji because he's so bad. I'm gonna say this: Beasley and Ji are the same caliber of defender. In fact, Ji is actually a little bit worse. If you don't believe me, look at their synergy stats. Once again, you're not an elite scorer. I'll put it to you like this: if Ji was giving us in his third year, if he was giving us Brandon Miller numbers, which is 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he was giving us 21, I wouldn't say anything.
You couldn't. You wouldn't be able to.
No, because he's giving you at least 21 points a game, etc. If that's the case consistently, right? And he was also creating gravity, because that's one thing. True or false, guys? K was still getting double teamed before Jaden Ivey got hurt.
True.
Yeah. So what does that tell you?
Teams didn't respect Ivey.
They didn't respect him. Like, we can say what we want to say about who we like, etc., man. But if teams don't gravitate towards you in any capacity, they really don't respect you that much. And so, therefore, we do need a difference maker offensively. That's what I'm saying. And then if that guy is not the greatest defender, but he alleviates that issue and we can hide him a little bit, that's fine. But it's that Ji. And now at this point, if we re-sign Beasley, Jaden Ivey will have to get extended if we keep him, right? Let's say talks around with that start around $25 million. Let's say we give Malik Beasley all of that MLE plus that. We got $13 million, right? So you got $38 million, and at least in between them on average of 35 minutes a game, invested into a position that can't defend. You see what I mean? That's my concern with the team's makeup right now.
$25 million for Ivy is crazy.
That's probably where the starting point is, though. Because the market is set.
I know that's what the market is, but there ain't no way in hell I'm giving Ivy $25 million.
Then we move him. I agree with you, bro, but then we got to move him.
Mm-hmm.
We got to move
him. There's the door.
Because so think about this. So I'm gonna say this: the market for what we have was set by the Rockets contracts. So with Jalen Green got what 94 for 3, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me in the comment section. But I'm sure he got at least $30 million a year. That I guarantee you he did. He got 90 something for 3, and then I'm pretty sure Şengün got 5. He's making $37 million annually. All right, so let's say this. In terms of, say, production, etc., head-to-head, any agent is going to use that as a barometer of what our guys are negotiating for. What's that? 3 years, 100. I was wrong. So 3 years, so on average with that, that's on average $37 million a year.
3 years, so, average.
Okay,
average 30, he gets 35.1 a year.
Okay, 35.1 a year. Dollars. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be around the market. It's going to be around the market. And so what this agent is going to do is like, all right, well, he didn't stay healthy. That's going to be a knock on him, right? And so, Jalen averages a few more points a game, but he's not that much better than Jaden Ivey. I'm just saying how this is going to work from a sports agent perspective. Okay, we would like the talks start around $26 to $27 million. Just saying. Click. Just saying though. We agree, but here at this show, we keep it a bean, no emotions. That's the market. So same thing. Jalen Duren, Şengün is going to be the barometer. They have a similar game, etc. Hey, his agent's going to be like, look, I understand he's not an all-star, etc. But you gave him that contract before Şengün made an all-star team. The Rockets invested in Şengün. We're asking you to invest in our client, right? Let's see. Highest paid players, 25. Brad, yeah, but all on the Suns, and Brad Beal is literally stealing money right now with his bum behind.
Hey, get the
Um,
paper, boo boo. I ain't mad at you.
hey man, look, if they gave him
You
the
ain't, my,
deal,
you ain't on my team.
that's right. If they gave him the deal, that's their dumb fault. They gave him that deal. But
That's what happens when you got a Michigan State guy in charge.
yeah, man, I'm telling you,
Stop it. Stop
trade,
it. Stop
trade
it.
all your
Michigan
goods.
better be
Stop
real
it.
quiet right now. One their like former coaches got busted for stealing people's accounts looking at their naked photos. So let's
Yep, y'all
That
some
has nothing to
freaks.
do with anything.
Y'all
I
some
mean,
freaks.
what the
man,
fuck
hold
does
on,
Michigan
whoa,
have
whoa,
to do with
whoa,
anything
whoa,
right
whoa,
now?
whoa. You
Freaks.
can't call Michigan freaks, man. Y'all got Larry Nasser.
Yeah, I was
Come
gonna
on,
say.
yeah,
No, no. That's
uh,
not a freak, bro.
that's a demon.
That's something different. That's on
That
a
man is
whole
a
nother
demon.
level.
Different
That
Yeah,
kind.
man is a demon.
exactly.
And then look with
Exactly.
that.
I'll agree with
Well,
you on that. I don't like touching that subject. No,
Hey,
no
let
pun
me
exactly,
guess.
intended.
What
exactly.
about your football coach?
Nah, he got set up. He's just stupid.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you, as a Michigan guy, that
Mhm.
you see that too. He was set up like a
Yeah,
motherfucker with
He
that
was
shit.
set
that
up,
was a
bro.
late.
Nah,
That
But
was
he
a
was
late
dumb enough.
setup.
He was dumb
there
enough to
go
fall
Bandit.
for it too.
There go
So
Bandit right here.
Shout out Ryan Day. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Day loses to Michigan every year.
Ryan Day. But hold on, man. To that Michigan State point, man. That right there was so wicked. The AD apparently wasn't the AD like in on that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
about
all
two
set up.
years.
Everything. Like they
Yeah.
had a whole man. That my God. I hope that man never sees the light of day again, man. And anybody who was involved with that, nothing but a demon, man. I'm a father, brother. I don't. That's just
Me
no.
too. That's why I don't like talking that stuff just at all because that's
I feel you.
fucked up, bro. Fucked
Yeah, it
up.
is. 'Cause that was a whole scheme.
Yep.
That was a whole racket. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
But
Anyway,
back to the main point, fellas. With bees.
no, you were talking
What
about Duran. You were
with
talking about
Duran,
comparing the Duran and Sangoon.
the contracts. Yeah.
Yep.
So Shangoon's making on average of 37 million a year. They're going to come in, okay, like, all right, Jalen's not an all-star, but you guys gave Shangoon that contract in good faith that he would develop into such. We're asking for the same amount of faith. They have a similar game. Big guys that are athletic who can dribble and pass, right? So we're asking you to invest. Well, now they're gonna look into things like accomplishments, X, Y, Z. That they'll probably start 5 years on. Okay, yeah, there you go, right? $37 million a year. So
Well, this year he's only made. Next year he makes 33. Then it
okay,
goes 35. Then it goes 37. Then it goes
yep.
39 with a
So he's
player
gonna be making
option.
over 30. He's gonna be making over $30 million a year. If his agent is smart, they're gonna start talks around $28 million, $29 million
For Duran,
for there.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Okay,
You don't find
I'd
a
be
big
cool with
man.
that.
You don't find a
I'd be
big
cool
man
with
like
that.
him very often.
I agree. I'd be cool with that. But now I'm cool with that only because we're starting to see the defensive development.
Hmm.
Okay, you get what I'm saying? He's starting to actually show it on both ends. All I'm saying is, right, that's a lot of money to have invested in a position that can't defend. And we have to be able to hold some defense, man. This whole, well, you can't play defense in the league anymore. Whatever defense you can play, those two guys don't play. So you have to be able to defend.
He said whatever defense you can play, they don't.
They don't play.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm asking how much money. That's why I'm not in the, what's this, bro?
I can't see it. I'm on my little ass phone. I can't see it.
Yeah, man, me too. That's where I'm like, guys, we really have to start to look into these things. And you have all these Homer fans that it's part of the reason why we even want to touch these subjects. Like, not all these guys can stay. We really have to start making some decisions. Like Rich, to your point, you're a guy. You think you believe in Asar's upside a little bit more. Not sorry, but in Ron's a little upside a little bit more over Asar. If that's the case, if he pans out to be a better player, well, that's the one we got to keep. But Asar's going to have to be moved. Raul's not a power forward. No, that's crazy. He's not.
Yeah,
He's not a forward. Nor is Asar. So that's whoever pans out and wins the job over the next 2 years. That's who you keep. Period. It just is what it
I'd
is.
play Asar at the 3. I'd be cool with playing him at the 3.
Well, he is a 3. That's what he plays now. What I'm saying is, so is Ron. So eventually, a
I'd play
decision's going
Ron
to have
at the.
to be made.
I'd be comfortable playing Ron at the 2 as backup 2.
But he's got to be able to shoot. We got to have somebody in this lineup. We got at least 2 shooters in this lineup.
Give the shooting coach some time. He'll get it up.
Yeah,
Vincent, whatever his name is.
yeah, Vincent. I don't know if those guys become the kind of knockdown shooters. You're going to need guys that shoot above league average. So league average right now is around 37%. You're going to need guys that shoot 38, 39, up to 40%. We got to have an elite shooter around Cade. We have to have that. So all that being said, we're also talking about the money. Not all those guys from a financial standpoint are going to be able to stay. So that's why we have to be able to make these hard decisions. All these young players pan out. We have to make a hard choice. Who stays, who goes. Now all these, and then look, we got 3 really good second round picks this year, right? Well, we talked about this a little bit, Drew. This year's NBA draft and this year's NFL draft are some of the deepest we've had in years at some of these skill positions. This year's NBA draft is so deep, man. I guarantee you, the first 12 guys that are called in the second round would have definitely been first round picks last year. There's guys that are mocked to go in. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Danny Wolf and some mocks is mocked to go in between 29 and 34. He's a without a doubt lottery pick last year.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. He wouldn't even get mocked that low. Now, granted, once they get into the draft process and he gets to doing the workouts, he'll be a first round pick. We get that. That's fine. But outside of that, dude, this is how deep this is. So now you're gonna have 3 more young players come in, or maybe we consolidate some of those picks and move into the first round. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But you're gonna have more young talent coming in. Not all these young dudes can stay. And I think sometimes as fans, our fandom we get deluded about that, man. Like, so ultimately, who had the highest, man? We have, Richie said two for just roughly 15 to 18 million a year for Beasley.
Yeah, somewhere. But if you're saying it like that, like I'm not pounding the table. I was just I like him, but I like, especially with him starting yesterday, you really seen the
flaws.
Defense, flaw bad. So, but my thing is, so I'm agreeing, like, if you can go get some, but you just can't lose him and not bring someone in to replace what he was doing.
You know what I think, honestly, man? There's shooters in this draft I think are elite enough. You just draft a guy, depending on what you get to start. I'm saying, what's it? Jackson Robinson at Kansas, bro. He's elite. Stojakovic is an elite shooter. So now Chaz Lanier, elite shooter. All these guys are elite, man. Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, bro, Beasley is just a shooter.
Okay, but he's a veteran presence in that locker room too. I'm not.
You can sign another one, man. These guys don't need training wheels forever, J-Day. How long do you keep these old guys, man?
Options of to keep Beasley or draft a player, I'm keeping Beasley. I'm sorry, I'm keeping Beasley.
And how much are you keeping him for?
I told you. Did he work about 12?
What if he doesn't? What if he wants more than? Or if he wants more than that? Are you still keeping him?
He didn't want to leave. He asked not to leave at the trade deadline.
So
they come in with a decent
what do we say? Offer. What do we say about Myles Garrett? Well, he said the same thing, but business is business. People say the same thing. I want to stay here, but when you don't get that offer sheet that you want, money is money, and you gone.
I will say this though. So I get what Day-Day's saying about the veteran president. Mm-hmm. But as long as you have like Schroeder and Tobias,
exactly,
they bring that veteran ship. And you can tell, like Steve Breed said, Schroeder be teaching on the bench and shit. Mm-hmm. I know Harris, I see him a lot of times. Like you could tell the players gravitate towards him.
Yeah.
You know. So you still have that. Now you can't lose all 3.
There's no way. Two of them are under contract. But here's the thing, man. Look, Trajan also expressed interest in wanting to keep Dennis Schroeder. So now, how much do you pay Dennis? How much do you pay Malik? How much do you pay Jaden Ivey? You see where I'm going with this here?
Now here's one for you,
Schroeder's
Ed.
not going to cost you much.
I'm keeping Schroeder over Beasley.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
You can get both. Yeah. Schroeder ain't gonna cost you no more than like $6-7 million a year.
Why
I
wouldn't
don't
he?
care
He
if it
makes
was
13 now.
15. I don't care if it was 15.
He got tied. Who paid him? Because
Schroeder
they gave him a
maybe.
dumb contract. Who paid him?
That's
Warriors
a fair
paid him.
contract for what he was doing. He was a starting point guard at one point in the year.
Just-
He was starting when he got traded from Golden State.
It was the Nets. Nets gave him that money.
Yeah,
The
and
Nets
that's
traded
not
him.
that was
The Nets traded him to Golden State.
yeah, 13 million was not a bad deal. However, we can only give money like that. He'll probably Dennis will realistically get in between 9 and 12. That's the market.
Mhm.
So now we give him 9 to 12 million. Do how much money? How much money you paying guys to come off the bench? Then you still haven't re-signed. You locked up the guys that you want to invest for in the future. So I'm saying choices got to be made. That's why I wanted to bring the subject up. And this we go next week we're gonna talk about it. Hey, we can talk about Dennis. how much do we pay these guys? Because these guys, we're here now. We're at the 0 hour. Some of these guys got to get paid. J.I. got to get paid, man.
Not here.
That's what.
Took it right out of my mouth. Not here, bro.
Look, that hairline, man. See, that's tough, bro. That's tough.
Hey, Ed.
Yes.
Ed. That's actually his tagline. That's tough.
Oh, bro. That's bad, bro.
That's actually the name of his brand. That's tough.
Yeah, but look, man. Hey, so I know a majority of the panel probably want to keep him. My thing is like, yeah, keep him if you don't have any better options. But also, man, to be real with you, if the Pistons make a big move, let's say you make a move after Devin Booker, I'm not re-signing him Malik Beasley. You can get a good shooter off the bench because regardless, man, Devin Booker is going to be playing 34 to 35 minutes a game. You're not going to have that many minutes off the bench behind that position anyway. So there's no point in paying the guy a ton of money. That's why I was like, I'd rather just draft a guy who's ready to play. Draft one of these 3 or 4 year players that are ready to play. Draft Jackson. Draft, like I said, draft a Dre. Draft a Chaz Lanier. Something like that. Draft Nick Clifford, man. There's a lot of
Are these guys going to be around in the second round? Because Pistons don't have a first round pick this year.
Without a doubt. There's a lot. Go ahead. Look at some of the mocks. A lot of talent is going to be just because, man. You only got 31 picks in the first round, and there's a lot.
I'd like to have fucking the kid from Florida, Walter McClendon or whatever his name
So
is.
Walter Clayton.
Walter Clayton, yeah.
He's a second round player. That's a second round player. The second round. I'm trying to, bro. Trust me, he'll go second round just because of his age.
Or fucking VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, Edgecombe is one of these guys. To be very honest with you, man,
He going high.
He's going high. He's going to be a lottery pick, and I don't think he should be because I don't think VJ Edgecombe is that good. But hey, they're going to draft him based on potential, like a lot of these dudes that can't play.
Yep.
You know, because I think a lot of the rhetoric
they call him Asar Thompson. I'm sorry, not Asar Thompson. I mean, not sorry. I mean, Amen. He called him Amon Thompson.
He's not that. That's baloney. He's not that. Huh?
He throwing people to the ground too.
I mean, no, he ain't. He's not that, man. I've seen VJ Edgecombe, solid player. I don't personally think he is anything. Honestly, I think he'll have a solid career. He'll make rosters, etc. But the stardom, a man is a star. I don't see that in VJ Edgecombe. I don't see that in VJ. I see a good. I see in VJ Edgecombe, Najee Marshall.
I can see that.
Solid guy off the bench, can defend, knock down the open three, but you ain't gonna pay him a ton of money. He's not gonna be a focal point, a building block on your team.
In this draft, they got the Pistons taking Proctor from Duke.
Who?
Proctor from Duke.
Oh, Tyrese Proctor. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. Nobody wants Tyrese Proctor. That's crazy.
Wow.
The Pistons also are not going to have their first round pick.
Some respect on his name.
That's a second round pick. That's number 47. That's second round
Tyrese Proctor. So what are you looking at? NBA Draft.com or mock draft or whatever?
NBA Draft.net.
Yeah, their stuff is not even accurate because the Pistons have 2 picks that are going to land in the 30s, and their last pick would be 47. They don't even have it allocated correctly.
Because the season's not finished yet, so you don't know how it's going to land yet.
Huh?
Season ain't over yet. Records aren't, and all that's not figured
in. For second round picks, they already know how they're going to land. Because the math is already there. We already won 40 games. The picks we have are owned by the worst teams in the league. They're going to mathematically they're going to land in the 30s.
Who has our picks?
No, we have their picks. We got 3 first. We got 3 seconds from the Mavericks.
From the Mavs, okay, so you got 37.
And then we got the Brooklyn second round pick, and we got the Hornets second round pick.
Which
They
ones?
both-
They have
Those
two.
both high picks. 'Cause they
Yeah, yeah, those guys.
They got Charlotte's got one at 33 and one at 35.
See what I'm saying? Trust me, those get allocated to us. They don't even have that. That's not even updated correctly. They even still got guys. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Those picks basically first round picks in this draft.
Yeah, NBA Draft.net kind of wilding. They ain't got lazy. I used to go to them. They used to be really accurate. Like about a couple years ago.
I've been using them since I was a teenager. Bro.
Yeah, no, they used to be really accurate a couple years ago, man. And I don't know what happened there. They just kind of got lazy. To be really honest with you.
Boy,
I used to like Draft Express before Jonathan Gavoni left for ESPN.
Who?
Jonathan Gavoni, the guy who's like the lead draft analyst there.
Yeah.
He used to run Draft Express, and then he took the bro. He used to run. He was running Draft Express. He took the ESPN job. Don't blame him. Of course not. Gotta take the ESPN job. But yeah, fellas, I think that was a good wrap about these, man. We'll see what they do. You know, I have my opinions on them. You know, actually, I wouldn't mind keeping them, but the money got to make sense, and also who's in front of them have to make sense too. Because it's just my thing. I was like, I see this flaw with our team, and I think it does have to be addressed. And I think that we have cap space, we have assets, we have some picks, we have some nice players. We do have to do something, man, to shore up this team. You know, right now we got a surefire superstar. Move does have to be made. At least I'll say this: if we don't get a superstar, we at least have to address our weaknesses. And we can't come into next season with the same kind of makeup, the same kind of holes the teams can exploit. That's just my opinion. Anybody else got any thing to say before we close out that topic?
I wouldn't mind seeing Nas Reed.
Me neither. I would love that.
I would love that. I love that. But in order to get Nas, we got to get Tobias out of here.
I wouldn't mind Jalen McDaniels either.
I would love that, Jalen, but he ain't going nowhere for it. But I love the idea of it, brother. I'm glad you brought that up. And I love that, bro.
Do a sign and trade with Minnesota because he's supposed to opt out.
They ain't letting him go.
I mean, he's an unrestricted free agent. They ain't got a choice.
The way he playing?
No, he's opting out of his last deal or his last.
Yeah, he's unrestricted. He's unrestricted, Drew. After this, after he opts out, he's unrestricted. They don't have any way to keep him unless he wants to stay.
Well, hey, some more players I wouldn't mind though, but I know it ain't no chance. I wouldn't mind like Trey Murphy or Herb Jones. I wouldn't mind either one of them.
They might trade Herb.
Yeah, I can see Herb, but Trey ain't going nowhere.
Trey ain't going nowhere, dog.
Yeah, they superstar.
Herb
right now anyway.
Trey ain't superstar, man. They ain't going nowhere.
Well, they got the same injury. Y'all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those got torn labrums. That's tough.
I'll take a shot on Zion.
I'm good on him.
I'm straight on Zion.
Zion been balling. He looks in real good shape.
He's gonna have Zion messing with East Side girls, going crazy. East Side everything.
Hey, you do whatever you want.
He'll be fat again. You can't trust Zion.
Look, man. Look, after I saw,
he's gonna be on the east side of Detroit all day, every day.
After that, boy,
Island, baby.
After all that. All them chili cheese fries, all them pitas. Oh yeah, he was getting down.
And he gonna be on them. He gonna be at American Coney Island every day.
Man, look, after Zion got that Naruto belly button tattoo, I'm good on him, man. We can't have you around here.
I don't give a damn about none of that.
Yeah, I do.
You can hoop.
Nah, well, he can hoop.
Gonna be at Coney Island all day.
He can hoop somewhere in the Hidden Leaf Village. That's where he can hoop. There you go.
And he gonna be at Campus Marshall's playing chess with Draymond Green in all season.
Would you take Draymond here?
Depends on what you give up for him. I mean, they probably have to take Tobias' contract, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all.
I think that's why Tobias and them were kind of brought outside of the veteran leadership. Their contracts are movable.
Absolutely.
They're very movable because I believe they're both expiring deals. I think they both only got 2-year deals.
Yeah, so
don't quote me on that, but
no, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
They're movable.
Tobias after this season becomes a $25 million expiring deal. And I know some of the rhetoric of some of the fans that kind of seem like they don't know how the league works, man, is that, well, if we trade Tobias, other teams won't trust us. Well, look, man, if Tobias signed a 2-year, 50-something million dollar deal, he had to have known that second year of that deal, it's a chance he's getting moved. There's no way you can have a $25 million expiring contract and a team doesn't try to make deals and negotiate. At the end of the day, brother, you're getting paid $25 million. You ain't got nothing to complain about if you get moved. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you're getting your money either way.
So. Either way, especially if you get moved to a better market that's lower taxes than Michigan. I mean, I'm just keeping it real, man. But yeah, Draymond, I would consider Draymond, man. I mean, hey, that's it. Let's get solid vet champion. I mean, him and Tobias shooting about the same percentage from three. So
yeah,
I mean, unfortunately, but yeah, I would consider that.
Draymond can give you a little bit more all around than Tobias can, though. Not necessarily the scoring part.
Let me say this. Let me ask you this: would y'all consider Kawhi if he's not too expensive?
No.
I would. No. So you would want Zion Williamson, but not Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Zion's younger.
Who's a better player?
Obviously, Kawhi's a better player, but Kawhi never plays. Never plays.
Zion don't either.
Yeah, Zion don't play.
Zion's played more than Kawhi has.
This season?
Yes.
Not that much. Look up the games played.
It don't matter. Kawhi will play one night, and then he'll walk off the court and be out for like the next 3 games, bro.
Zion was out yesterday. Zion was out yesterday.
Man, their whole team was out yesterday, bro. They ain't trying to hoop no more.
Guess what? Zion ain't playing.
But now Kawhi's hooping right now, though.
Kawhi hooping right now. So Kawhi playing, but Zion out for no reason.
No. I don't need him looking at Durant and be like, "Why ain't playing no defense? Why you in the game?"
But Durant is playing defense. That's what Durant needs. You're right. A vet who's a defensive Hall of Famer who can actually hold Durant accountable. Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Nah, I'm not good at Kawhi.
That'd be lovely. Hey, Durant, man, you ain't got no straps, man. You can't play. You can't play.
That's why Beasley's on the bench, bro.
Hey, as soon as I pass half court, throw me the ball. Whichever you want it on, Kawhi, anywhere.
I need to get my 20. I'm about to be out the next 4 games.
Look. I'm saying this, man. If I could get something like a young player, I said like a young player in Tobias Harris contract, maybe a pick, I would go for Kawhi.
I'll pass on that. I'll pass.
I'll take Kawhi Leonard. I said it here first, y'all. I'll take responsibility for it. I'll take Kawhi Leonard over Zion Williamson any day. Because Zion also don't play defense either.
That's not true.
What defense does he play?
Zion's a good shot blocker.
Hey, somebody pull up Zion's stats before we transition to our last topic, man.
Oh,
I want to see these blocks of game.
Zion play good defense. Ooh-wee. No, he don't.
No, he. Let me see. Hey, look, I'll eat my humble pie if he giving anything in terms of blocks.
Zion ain't played the last 3 games.
I mean, no. Kawhi did though.
He's actually career high rate this year, 0.9.
Yeah. So 1 block a game.
A block? Nah, man.
But he does give you a steal a game, though.
And what is he giving you this year? 25, 7, and 6.
Give me Kawhi.
What's Kawhi giving you right now?
Give me Kawhi.
And the funny thing, that 7 to 6, it went up because he just started doing that 7 to 6.
Exactly.
When they moved him to point guard. They moved him to point guard.
Kawhi's giving you 19, or he's giving you 25 and 3. Give me Zion all day.
Give me Kawhi.
Twice on Sundays, bro.
Give me Kawhi.
You looking at the stats, but if he was in Detroit,
no, you ain't about to switch. We can look at stats.
If he's in Detroit, he won't be getting you 7 and 6 because in New Orleans they moved him to the point forward.
Exactly.
He's doing what he's been asked to play. He's playing well.
That reminds me of Big Ben and how he plays. He was for a smaller center for. Thanks, OG Paul. Jalen Durant is 6'10", but I hear you.
Zion has also played more games than Kawhi has this year too.
How
I
many
just looked
games?
at it. Zion's played 30,
Uh,
and Kawhi's played 28.
2 more games.
And Zion has sat out the past 3 games. So if
Whose
Zion
fault
would
is
have
that?
played, and if Zion would have played these 3 more games, he'd have 5 games
Man,
ahead of Kawhi.
Man, I don't know what you're doing.
look,
I'm
look.
good on that one.
I'll say this: if I can get Kawhi for cheap, I'll take Kawhi.
If,
If Kawhi play, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. If Kawhi played 60 games next year, right? 60 games next year, we'll win 50 games.
he's not playing that many games.
If
But
if Kawhi if
Hey,
Kawhi
Ed,
play, what up?
if
if
Kawhi plays 60 games, consider me a millionaire.
Okay.
if
If Kawhi,
Kawhi plays,
I'll say this.
hold on. If Kawhi plays 60 games, Steve's gonna grow his hair back. All right, like come
Okay.
on, that's
All
not
right.
gonna happen.
We can say the same thing about
It's not
Zion,
gonna
right?
happen.
Hey, it looked like Shaq and Barkley had a baby.
Please, I'm straight. I don't want Zion bringing that weird stuff on, and on top of that, Zion weird. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want Zion with that weird.
He ain't
Man,
like in his own
hey,
locker
hey,
room.
hey,
You don't
Exactly,
want
listen,
that
man.
weird
hey,
stuff in the
listen.
locker
He
room.
Bring that.
weird. He weird, and that whole Pelican security is weird.
Exactly. Bring them
Yeah,
Don't ask
two-tone
me
jean
how I
suits.
know. They weird.
oh yeah, you know because you be everywhere.
I
Exactly.
know,
He's got
right?
money
Right,
like that.
He
That's
had
right.
right.
money. He had
Yeah,
He
told
pull,
himself. He
Steve
had
pulling
told
up on
himself.
everybody, bro.
Brian Hunger got bread under his
Everybody.
arm.
it's luck, man. I'm telling. It's
Eh,
luck.
Nah,
It's
luck
you
doesn't
luck.
already,
exist.
you already told himself, Steve.
It's
Yeah, he
luck.
did, man. All right.
I don't plan this stuff. It's luck, man.
All right, whatever,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, bet.
Cap. All right,
Make
Bet.
that phone call.
on to our last topic, fellas. Bobby Clinton,
My guy.
executive producer. There we go. Yeah, man. Bobby Clinton, the last 5 to 6 games has been killing in the G League. Averaging almost 29, shooting a little bit over 40% from three. What really catches my eye, he's averaging about 7.5 assists a game. In
Seven and
that
a half.
stretch,
What? You
man,
broke up. You broke up. What did you say?
but 7.5 assists a game
Oh.
in that time. Hey, fellas, but what do you think, man? Day, what do you think about Bobby Clinton's recent gameplay?
Ooh,
I
That
know,
that's what's up.
man. Look,
That's what's up.
I give him credit
Oh my
because he's
bad.
he's hooping. You know what I'm saying? But then like
Mhm.
other times we discredit players who put up points in the G League because we'll be like it's just the G League.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like yeah, good job, but at the same time, bro, you're in the G League. What you doing?
Fair enough.
You know
So
what I'm
when I look
saying?
at his
But I mean,
stats,
it's
yeah,
impressive. It's impressive. Don't get me
mhm,
wrong. Like
mhm,
you're averaging 29 over your past. What'd you say? Like 4 or 5 games, something like
yeah.
that. That's pretty fucking impressive, regardless of where you're at. But at
Mhm.
the same time, it's like it's the G League.
You know, one thing with
We didn't
Bobby
get
is
props to Bronny when he was putting up numbers
Oh
in
my
the G
God.
League.
Bronny shoots
Be like, oh
31%
my
from the
god,
field. That's why.
man. I was
This
just
is
fucking with y'all.
garbage.
Keep rolling.
I was just playing.
Mhm.
But no, with Bobby, the thing with Bobby is Bobby's really there as a redshirt year for rehab from injury. That's kind of really what that is, man. Same thing with Sorry, he's gotten healthier, his legs are starting to come back, and he's really starting to see what he was drafted for. Rich, what do you think, man?
So, how's his defense?
He's been good. They've been those last seasons. They are what? I believe
Better.
they're 5-2 of the last 7 because of his defense. He also had a game there where he had like 5 blocks.
Yeah, he had 14 tonight in the win
Mm-hmm.
against Osceola Magic tonight. They won.
Mm-hmm. How did he look defensively?
Um, he looked all right. Looked all
Okay,
right.
all right.
It's
And
like
once
he's
again,
getting better.
okay, solid. That's also part of getting his body back together, man. He had that calf, the long-term calf injury. So as I said, his legs starting to get back together. He's starting to play well. What do you think about him as a prospect overall, Rich, in this stretch of play?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen him play since the summer league, and I liked what I see in the summer league.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was impressed for his size to be able to, dribble, handle the ball, pass. I mean, anytime you got multiple guys on the floor that not only can handle the ball but can
Mm-hmm.
distribute the ball, that's only a plus, especially a guy with Cade. It's a lot easier to get him to the ball sometimes if he can come off the ball, in which we know he can. Not a lot of guys can but he can, because he reminds me of like Grant Hill or like a LeBron, as far as they can score, but that's not like their number. It's not like a Kobe. It's not like a Jordan. They they can distribute. They can do other things. Scoring is not like their number one. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
I wouldn't like consider him a scorer. He can score, but like
he's been doing so. He's been doing so too. I'll tell you, he's been turned up.
But like he does not have to do it. Like he don't mind getting his team involved and stuff. Like he don't look to score. If he has to, he does. But that's like not his number one thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. His passing is his best asset. Is essentially what you're saying.
Yeah. Playing within the offense.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that actually. I love that. Bree, what do you think, man?
See, I've been watching Clinton all year.
Exactly.
Seeing him.
VIP. The aficionado.
Yep.
So
VIP.
Here you go. But yeah, I've been watching him all year, man, in the G League, and he's gotten better. He's had a lot of big scoring games. His game is getting better. I still think he still needs to work on his ball handling a little bit. That's my thing, and I think he's still learning the speed of the G League / NBA.
Yeah.
So he's learning that.
At the end of the day, man, the G League is still pro ball. People don't understand that, man. The G League is still pro ball, and it is a higher level than NCAA basketball. Period. Period.
Real talk.
You got guys that are lottery picks in the G League right now.
True.
Yeah, and it's just that because I just saw that they actually won tonight. That was a game that they really need, because that last game, that was a heartbreaker that they lost. That was tough. And it was lost that in overtime. That was a game they was up by as many as like 16, 17 points in the second half.
Yeah, Dennis Jenkins had a pretty rough game last one, right?
Yeah. They lost to Killian.
What did Killian do?
They lost. Okay, listen.
How much of that did Killian have?
Explain this to you. Now, I'm gonna explain this to you, and y'all gonna laugh about this. So,
what up, though?
Killian played in the first half. He didn't play in the second half.
Why not? He get hurt?
Upset. He wasn't even cheering when they came back to win.
Why didn't he play in the second half?
Well, I think it was probably some turnovers he made, and
Whackness.
Coach wasn't happy about it, and they just decided not to play him in the second half. Understandable, but
no, it's not. Not for a former lottery pick. No, it's not.
No, it ain't. He's a bum.
In that regard, I agree.
He's fucking bum.
That dude should be somewhere playing in the basketball Bundesliga.
But when you let Drew Timmy score 50 points on y'all, that's a problem.
Yeah. Right.
So,
that's an NCAA champion, right?
Gonzaga, right?
No, they didn't win. But no, that's a former All-American. That's what I'm saying. For anybody talk about, the G League is a higher level than NCAA basketball. Period.
Yeah, and that's the thing I don't like, that people say that about the G League, man. It's still a pro basketball, and there's still some NBA players that came out of there. I mean, Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga.
I'm gonna say this, man. The G League is better. The G League is better than 90% of the leagues you have in the world. I'll be real with you. The only two leagues I think of in terms of competition that are surefire better is probably the Spanish ACB league, the Le Mans league. That's where Wemby and them are from, and then probably the NBL.
Yep,
I agree.
But outside of those three leagues, the G League is better basketball and higher level than what you're going to find anywhere.
And the NBDL is like, that's where Bobby Clement came from.
Yeah, So people need to come off that. You're right about that, Breed.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too. is your scrubs or your bums,
Mm-hmm.
they're still better than your average player. That's like George the Messiah, the New York city legend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
I know exactly who you talking about.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he got fucked up by damn Scalabrini's old ass out of shape.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. Old Scalabrini is better than all them dudes playing street ball. You're right.
You know what?
Hey,
And
respect the Red
Spell
Mamba,
sometimes
bro.
play for the Ice Cube league sometimes.
Oh,
So
what is that?
he'll play
What is
with that.
What'd you say, Jay?
What's that called? The Big Three?
Yeah.
Big three. Because you got a lot of these guys, you know, Josh Smith and
Joe Johnson's still
Yeah,
hooping.
man. You need to.
Coutinho Mobley.
Coutinho Mobley a baller, man. You need to send Angel Reese over there to that big three.
No,
so she can
Angel
develop.
Reese needs to go work at McDonald's with her Angel Reese is. Dude, I do not like Angel Reese. I've never understood the hype for her.
Watch this. They call me crazy. They called me crazy when I said she was whack.
Meal at
She
McDonald's.
is whack, bro.
They called me crazy when I said she was whack. She whack. Bro, when Lisa Leslie got to take you to the side to work with you because you can't finish the layup with your left hand and you left-handed.
And still can't do it, bro. She gets all these double-doubles because she's grabbing her own fucking rebound.
No, she ain't getting no double-doubles in that 3v3 league. She was averaging 9 points.
Bro, but she making it a big deal because she won a title in Unrivaled. Like,
bro, look, she got carried, dog. I don't really mess with women's basketball like that, and I know she got carried. She was a liability. She was a liability. She couldn't defend. Same thing we see in the WNBA. She can't defend. She gets bored. Her best trait is offensive rebounding. Her own misses. She can't finish. She has no post game. She can't shoot. She can't shoot free throws. But what is she good at?
She looks good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Looking good, playing.
I don't think she's that fine either, man. I think she looked like what you call off Ice Age, real talk.
Chill out, Ed. I know exactly what you finna say.
Or you know what she really looked like? She looked like the Asian girl off Kill Bill.
Oh shit.
You want the one to put up? You want the one to put up that gang that was driving the yellow Lambos?
Mm-hmm.
That's with the bangs. That's exactly what she looked like.
you funny as hell.
Give me Caitlin Clark every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
She's a better player. I'll buy into that. It's racist. No, I'm buying into that garbage, man. Cut it out. We ain't doing that. We got. Look, man. We got too many.
Angel Reese, 9.5 all day and night. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. 9.5. Last year.
Mr. Parlay, we love it.
She's gonna get 9.5. 9.5 misses and turnovers.
I don't give a damn. She 9.5.
Look,
my girl.
Drew saying as long as I got it.
Good for 20.
My girl Kelly gonna give me 28 every night.
Right. So look, man, you're right. She's reliable for 9 boards. 6.5 of them is offensive putbacks, guaranteed.
Hey,
right.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn how she gets.
However it gets done. Hey, I feel you, dog. I'm just saying she whack at basketball. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That girl is terrible.
Hey, that's my girl because she gonna make some money. So hey, I ain't got nothing to say. Ain't bad.
Hey, no, do you? Hey. I'm just saying she needs to be developed in the G League too. Sit right next to Killian. Realistically, man, who better at basketball? Let me ask y'all opinion. Who better at basketball, Killian or Angel Reese, man?
Killian.
Angel Reese.
Killian will.
Killian will kill it.
Angel Reese, man.
This Killian Hayes slander has got to stop.
But look, I can't stand Bummy and Hayes, man. But I'll be real.
Come on,
dog. Let's be real, man. Dog, in all serious, dog. Let's be real about this, man. It's just like I don't get into this debate, man. People can like it for what it is, teach their own. But these girls can't beat any credible male players, dog. That's just the truth, man. You got a Sabrina INS school over there getting D'd up by 16-year-old Filipino guys. And got mad, getting locked up.
She got so bad. She threw the ball at the young guy.
Yeah, you see that? She threw the ball at her, and they threw a punch like that. Like, she was getting locked up.
No shame.
I think the closest.
Somebody, man. There's no shame in it.
I think the closest a woman could do competing with an NBA guys, I think Caitlin might be able to outshoot Steph. You know, if
No,
you
Hell
see,
no.
I don't know. That bitch can
Hell
that bitch
no.
can
Hell
shoot.
Did you
no.
So
see
can
She's
what
he.
shooting.
Steph? Did you see what
I
Steph did
bought
the
yeah.
other day? He threw
Yeah,
a
I knew Steph was gonna be
Well,
good when he was at Davidson.
well, let me ask you this: is she shooting a woman's ball?
Yeah, obviously,
I don't
yeah.
care what ball it is. He ain't out shooting Steph. Period.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, hold on, man. I'm just trying to
If
keep it a
she
being.
gets hot, she can. It's a possible. It's not like she's an
That
average
I might,
average.
I might be able to see that. Actually, I'm with. I
She,
might be able to see that.
I'm not saying like
she's not even the
what
best
happened.
shooter.
I'm just saying
She's
like
not even the
it's a
best shooter in
possible.
WNBA.
Yep.
No, she's not. She's not better
Not
than this
yet.
girl.
Not yet. Not no. I'll give you that. Not yet.
Oh
She
yeah,
did
yeah.
struggle.
I watch the shit. So yeah.
Yeah, she struggled. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Mr. Parlay, you're right. But
Nah, I
hold
like
on.
her though. Don't get me wrong.
But
I like
hold on.
her.
Now let me ask you this: in her defense, though, how much do you think of that is Cade syndrome? Because remember, a lot of what she does, I believe she's got a diet of tough shots because of the attention that she gets on the offensive end.
I don't know because when she was at Iowa, she used to shoot from anywhere, regardless if she had defense on her or not.
But at the collegiate level, that team
That's
was
college
loaded.
though. That's different. That's college.
At the collegiate level,
I'm
that
just talking
Iowa was
about her
loaded.
ability to shoot. I'm just
Yeah,
talking
no,
about her ability to shoot.
I
You know what
agree
I'm
with you.
saying?
What I'm saying is, dog, at the collegiate level, her team was loaded, so she got better looks. You feel me?
Yeah, to an extent.
Those girls could
Because
play.
on
You
our
got
team now, it's just her and Boston. That's all they
That's
got.
it. You don't have any perimeter threats. You don't have any. Once again, gravity. You don't have any other perimeter player that creates gravity. So it's all double team, triple team Caitlin.
She still be putting up numbers.
Yeah, no, she's good. I'm saying, go ahead, Bree.
It comes with being the number one pick.
Fair enough. I agree. I agree.
If you
Especially when
All
they
I'll
hate you.
say is,
all
all
that's
I'll say, you put those two in a 3-point contest, she has a shot to beat them.
Okay,
Nah.
Yeah.
but look,
She's not gonna beat the what's the little white girl that played against Steph last year. She can't beat her.
I don't
Yeah,
honestly.
that little weird eye name, whatever
Sabrina,
her name is. Yeah,
Sabrina. That's the one
she
that
can't
got
beat
mad.
Sabrina.
She got locked up.
She
Yeah,
can't
but
beat
she could
Sabrina.
beat.
No, 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 she can't.
No, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, but they ain't gonna beat them in no real game.
Like you said
No,
earlier, not
hell
yet.
no,
Like you
hell
said
no,
earlier, not yet. She
No,
can't
yeah,
not
beat her
yet,
yet.
yeah.
not
The thing
yet.
is, her talent is real, but she is a rook. So going to
Yeah,
year two. So yeah, we'll see that. But realistically, man, Killian Hayes, I don't know versus I ain't gonna do Killian like that, man. Do Killian like
nah.
that.
I'll give Killian that though.
I'm gonna tell you this right now because Angel Reese can't beat anybody at GRCC. That's real. She can't.
I'll give her a little bit more respect than that.
I don't.
I know you don't, but I will.
Like this, man. I'm gonna say this. If you're so let's be real. Sabrina Ionescu, true or false, is the top 5 player in the WNBA.
True.
Yes.
Without a doubt. If you're getting locked up by 16-year-old Filipino guys, man, who can you beat here?
Oh,
Crickets.
man, I don't even know if I put it in top 5.
I'm just keeping it a bean. If you're getting locked up by teenagers over there that couldn't play varsity ball on superior teams in the state of Michigan, right? What can you do?
That's true. That's true.
I mean, maybe he was a Jeremy Lin.
Nah, he was. I saw the young man's game. He was straight, but he looked like
See, there you go. See, that
But
was tough.
listen. Watch this. He looked like YMCA noon ball straight.
Hey.
whatever works. Fuck it.
But hold on, I'm giving the young brother his credit. All as somebody who's played at a pretty high level myself, I know what levels look like.
Man. You a fool.
I know what levels look like. Just like Drew, you know what levels of baseball look like, dog. All I'm saying is the young man looked like he would get some good run at the YMCA. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like he was like this cold world beater, advanced dribble package.
Hey, man,
finisher right hand, left hand.
Ed, he out there looking like Taylor Horton Tucker.
Straight. I mean, I'm saying the young man looked like he was a decent player for his age, but he didn't look like anything. Like I'll say this to you, I have young men I'm working with right now. My skills camp, right, better than what I saw there on that video with that young man, and they're 15 years old.
Both teams play hard, man.
Extremely hard.
He wild, but But you know, man, it is what it is. I'm just saying, like this thing matters. And I think it. I'm like this, man. I don't like getting those back and forth right now because I think that's kind of the problem with society right now, dog. I appreciate women for being women, man. Women need to appreciate men for being men. All this versus stuff. That's kind of where we go wrong. You know, yeah. But
I
I don't
agree
get
with that. All the women and guy
yeah,
bashing. I'm tired.
yeah. I don't do
You
that.
gotta put a stop to that bull crap.
Exactly.
No, we
I
don't.
just,
No, we
Yes, we
don't.
do. Yes, we
No, we
do.
don't.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
bro.
No, we
Yeah, we
don't.
do, bro. Yeah, we do,
Yes, we
dog.
do, man.
Yeah, we do. I'll just keep it real. Now, hold on. If people like this, man, just like, hold on. People then got to the point where we're so delusional, we don't want to keep it a being anymore. Like for instance, people don't want to tell the truth about women's sports versus men. And then you got, on the flip side, you know what I'm saying? Some of these cats just, it's a balance, man. I keep it real. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate females, but just because I keep it real about them. Just like I don't believe should no man be in no league beating up on women. That's coward to me.
That's soft.
Facts.
That's soft.
That's all that
That's
is to me. And people go, "Oh, that's homophobic." There ain't no homophobic, bro. I got a daughter, man. I wish I would see a dude in a dress trying to pick on my daughter, bro. You gonna have to, oh man, chill.
Yeah.
I'll
We
be
have to
under the
fight.
jail.
You have to fight me now. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Exactly. Should no
I don't
men
give a damn what you. I ain't
exactly.
Right.
Should no men be in there lacing up gloves, or strapping on shoes, or throwing the ball, or running against no women, man. That's coward. To me, all I see. Go ahead, Rich.
You ain't lying though. My daughter's 8 and she was playing in basketball. And she was playing against another girl. It was co-ed, but it was a girl gardener. But the girl was bigger than her. Like
yeah.
And she was hauling off, elbowing. Man, I wanted to go on the court just to protect my daughter. I guess
right there. Get alone if I was a little boy.
Y'all see the video when it was like one of them girl boys hit the girl on the court, and the coach got mad. He ended up beating the other coach ass.
Dude, you ain't right for saying that, man.
That's wild, girl, boy. That's wild.
You ain't right for saying that, man.
That's what it is. What
to
say?
That's what it is.
Just say
lady boy.
Say it again. What I'm gonna say?
You just say
lady boy.
That's what they got.
Lady boy, girl boy, same thing.
The point is, man.
Hey, Drew, just say Studsman.
Studsman. Wow.
Man, that's a girl boy to me.
Yeah, whatever. The point is, if you over there,
the coach ended up fighting the other coach because when the girl hit her, the boy girl hit the girl and gave her a concussion.
And look, man, somebody need to do something. As a man, I tip my hat. Somebody needs to do something. No, but seriously, man, something has to be done, dog. Off topic, fellas. This world is fighting against real men. Part of being a masculine man is we protect what? We protect our kids. We protect our women. We protect our sons. We raise them up. You get what I'm saying, man? The world is fighting against masculinity. Now, what I will say to Breed's point, some of the same women that were sitting up there calling straight men who saw this stuff coming a mile away homophobic when we were saying these things years ago. Now that what we were saying has come to fruition, now they're trying to act like victims. That is true.
Yeah, me. I was.
That is true. That is 100% true.
And they called me homophobic and all that.
Yes.
And I said, you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile.
We'll take a mile.
Now.
Exactly. Whole cowards. Basically, because to me, I look at it like this, man. As a man who is married with children, right?
More than he is,
that's basically to me people who support that mess, right? They essentially support. I can go ahead and I can beat up my wife as long as I claim to be a woman.
Nah.
That's what they're saying. As far as I'm concerned,
they can say that I'm not listening.
That's acceptable. DV and crap like that is acceptable. Putting my hands on females is acceptable as long as I claim to be a woman doing.
No, I'm not listening to that.
You know,
that's different. They ain't the same. So if I beat my girl ass and then the boy girl beat the girl ass, it's different.
But I'm be real with you guys. I'm be honest with you. I think that's why the WNBA does not get that much run because people are aware, quiet as kept, of the issues that are in there. Number one, the level of sexual harassment to straight women is off the charts. People have spoken out about it. And number two, the biggest issue, the WNBA has literally 12 times the amount of domestic violence cases as any other men's league in the world.
Yep.
It is so commonplace
all year round.
Yes.
Brittany
Watch this, man. Brittany Griner to beat two pregnant women behind.
She at the poster child whooping the girl ass.
Yeah, Brittany Griner. Watch this. Deanna Nolan got 3 DV cases.
Yeah.
3 DVs. Beat all 3 of their wives behind. Beat them bad too. Watch this. Rakina Williams. Rakina Williams is a nut.
We ain't gonna talk about Deanna Nolan. I named my daughter after her. You feel me?
Damn.
Welcome back, Bandit.
But my daughter lift weights and everything. Big girl's like, I ain't even tripping.
We gonna play on that, brother.
Okay, in that case, Deanna Nolan Green. This never happened. Yeah, aliens. Scary. This show's not real. You didn't see anything. Didn't happen.
My daughter knows the history of it. I just had to stick up for my girl though.
Oh, so I gotta lie?
No,
I gotta lie?
No,
I bet, yeah. So back to what I was saying. Right?
Your girl was on Mike Tyson Punch Out with them women.
What?
I said the girl Deanna Nolan, she was on Mike Tyson Punch Out with them women. She was
yeah. Oh man, hold on, man. Deanna Nolan dog. I'm talking about dogs and
she dog walk girls.
Beat them up and down the sidewalk, man.
She got her Jacob Fatu on.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, she a U.S. European champion. Shoot,
man.
Shout out to my daughter. Stay for weightlifting. You feel me? That's what I say about that.
She's weightlifting.
Yeah, she weightlifting. Yeah.
Good, man. Yeah. Is she throwing shot put?
I don't know. She live in Texas. So.
Okay. How old is your daughter, bro?
Huh? My daughter is about to turn 17.
Man, tell her before she graduates, because if she's
bro.
Yeah, is old, man. Tell her if she's lifting weights.
That one day.
Tell her consider throwing that shot put, man.
Shot put, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, she might like that if she's lifting weights. For track, bro, consider throwing that shot put. Schools, and I know because we got 2 girls we're trying to work with at one of my sites, man. Schools are really trying to get a lot of young women, particularly a lot of the bigger girls, huskier young ladies, to do track because there's a lot of scholarships available for them around. There really is, man. They're having a hard time filling up those programs, and there's scholarship money out there. So, man, tell her. And is she a junior or senior? What is she, bro?
She is going to be a junior next year.
Junior next year? Oh yeah. Bro, tell her to get on that track team and throw that shot put. She might be able to get some scholarship money, especially if she's powerlifting right now.
Yeah, she is managed to stay. She came in third.
Yeah, keep her doing that strength work, bro. That might be a way to get her school paid for off of that. No cap. Real talk. There's a lot of stuff available out there for these young girls because a lot of these schools are having a hard time filling up these programs. And the thing is, all these colleges, they get government grants, and there's an expectation that you fill rosters. So it's money out there for them, man.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but back to Deanna Nolan, you know what I'm saying? She likes to work off the jab.
Steve silly as fuck.
She likes at the high and low, and then she likes to feather. She was
Deanna Nolan, man. She was to get Sports Hall of Fame last year.
Yeah,
I bet she did. I bet
for boxing.
Boxing out.
Cause look, she'll feather. She'll do my move, man. Like I'll go touch, and I'll shoot the 2 down the middle right. You know what I'm saying? Touch, and I'll get the feather, and then I'll come over, feint the hook. You know what I'm saying? At one time, man, y'all hear the crack off that. You know what I'm saying?
I met her one time, and I can see her beating a girl ass.
Yeah.
I know the vibe when I see one.
Oh yeah.
I can see it. Yeah.
But on a serious note, man, that stuff is so pervasive in the WNBA. It's not even funny.
Crazy.
It's crazy, and it's commonplace. And it also goes to show you that the same people that like to try to demonize men for just telling the truth also don't take women seriously. Because if you did, some of these women would be in jail. So, Brittany Griner, if she was a man, would be under the jail, and you should, because you'd be pregnant women behind.
If that was, let's say that was Dorian, he'd be in jail right now.
Right now, it should. Beating up a pregnant woman. How much of a demon are you, man? Putting your hands on a pregnant female. I don't care who you are. Don't beat up no pregnant woman, man.
That should be a temp right there.
Yes.
She left her ass in Russia.
Oh, bro, yeah, should have.
Right. I've been saying that.
I still think she's a man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. You know who don't think that? You know who don't think that? KD don't think that. KD don't think that.
By the side of her voice, you would think she is a man.
That's a man.
Have you seen her? She be at the pool without a shirt, bro. I see all man.
That's Shawana, man, bro.
Hey, that's crazy work. That's crazy work right there.
Knock up your wig like you want a man. You feel me?
That's crazy work right there, man. That,
There ain't nothing on that woman that
you
tells
know what she looks like, man? She looks like old boy off the Hawk. Your boy, Drew. Was that Jalen Williams?
Oh, yeah.
Is that
He
Brittany
does.
Griner? Oh no, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Hey, no, look, real talk.
No, no, she look like
Who?
Sideshow Bob.
No, you wild, man.
Yo,
You know, a
chill
little
out,
bit.
man. Chill out. Chill out.
Hey, you know the thing is, bro. I hate to have to agree with him about this. A little bit. You know what she looks like when she got dreads. I'm gonna tell you, Lateef Crowder. Lateef Crowder. Google him.
Hey man, this became a roasting session tonight, man.
It is what it is.
Man,
We just telling the truth. We just telling the truth. It is, fellas. It is about bedtime. But yeah, we had a great show tonight, man.
show.
Speaking about Bob, like I said, let me ask y'all this. We're gonna finish it out. What do we think? How do we think this works out, man? Because we talked about some young players tonight: Marcus Sasser, Ron Holland, Bobby Clintman. How does this work out for us? What do you guys think? Ultimately, man, who's gonna make it? Who's gonna make the cut? Who do we build around? Who's not? Because some decisions are gonna have to be made, and I think one of the things is if Bobby Clintman pans out, that really gives us exactly what this team needs: a four that can guard and shoot. What do you guys think?
I think the playoffs will tell you a lot too.
He's not gonna play this year. It's a redshirt year for him.
No, I get not him in particular, but I'm just saying, like, Harris could go and bomb. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ron Holland can go star in the playoffs, and all said or not. I mean, there's just so many things that could play on, because playoffs do anything. How many times have guys going into free agents and they get paid off of what they do in the playoffs? Happens all the time.
That's where you make your money.
Yeah. So
then you should.
Like, we might not know. Someone might show up. Someone might not show up that we think will in the playoffs, and that'll give us more of an idea of what we're dealing with.
Okay. Makes sense. Barry, what do you think, man? Barry?
Yeah, what's up? I didn't know you said my name. My bad. Yeah, man. It was about Clintman and Holland.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
How do you think this pans out? You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good problem to have, but how do you think this looks going forward?
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I think it's more. It's going to be an upside. I don't think Clintman is going to play in the main roster this year. It's going to be more toward this next year. But I think Holland. I think Holland is going to get better.
No, of course. Kid's a good player. Kid's a very good player.
Yeah.
I like that young man.
I think with his development, I think he is going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's still young, so it's just that's the scary thing. He's only 19.
Yeah.
So the next couple of years, he can really be something.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can say the same thing about Clintman too. So, but I'm excited to see how these two guys are and the future of this team with both. Yeah. I mean, I wish we could keep both, but that may happen. That might not happen.
Fair enough.
We can't keep both. But the future is bright, I think, for both of these guys, man, if we do keep them. It just depends on if we keep them, who are we going to give up? That's the big question. Do you want to give up a key piece of this team to keep them? That's
they become the key pieces if we keep them. That's the whole thing. Like that's why I just like to ask those thought-provoking questions at the end of our shows, because not only does it make us think, but it makes our viewers think. Yeah, like, guys, this just makes us keep everything within a realistic frame. Not all of these guys can stay. We have to choose some guys, and that's going to be the team. That's going to be the core, etc. Just from a logistics standpoint, not all these guys can stay, because you can't re-sign all these guys and then still have a bench. And we can't think. Let's say that all these young men hit their stride, right? We can't think everybody's going to be relegated to a bench role. We're going to be cool with that, right? Nah, unless you're a sixth man. You know what I'm saying? In that case, I'm still getting 30 minutes a game. But, all these guys pan out, it's not going to work. Dave, what do you think, man? How do you think this shakes out for us? Do you believe in these guys? Who do you think is going to stay, go over the course of these next coming years? What's your opinion?
I don't think Clinton plays until sometime next year.
Yeah, which realistically, and he shouldn't because he's coming back from injury as well. Same thing with Ji.
He's got to get used to the speed of the game. You know, as far as Holland, if he can improve his shooting coming into next year,
yeah,
I think he can fight for a starting spot.
Okay.
I think he can fight for him.
What would you play him at the 3 or the 4?
I feel comfortable with him at the 2. To be honest with you, coming off the as my starting 2. I don't know about that actually.
I like a pure shooter at the 2 that can defend.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like a Dante or a Nikel or something like that. That's what I would like.
Nikel, so
that would be my number 1 free agency target. To be honest with you guys.
No, mine's not Reed.
Fair enough.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker is just not consistent enough on the offensive end of the game, side of the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he shoots 41%. That's consistent enough. That's all I need to do is shoot threes. I don't need him to do nothing else. And he comes off the bench behind Ant.
Yeah, and he comes in and he may shoot 2 for 6, so he doesn't shoot consistent enough for me.
Okay.
I like him as a player. I just don't think he shoots consistent enough.
Okay. Drew, what do you think, bro?
In Clinton, I see a young Siakam in Clinton.
That's a hot take.
I see that. If he
That's a hot
can
take.
get a little, he needs to get some weight on him too. That's why I would not touch. That's my main problem with him is his weight.
Yeah, you got to come back. He's got to come back 10 to 12 pounds heavier next year.
And then if Ron Holland can get a shot, I see Stephon Castle in him.
You think Stephon Castle? I mean, they play 2 different positions. That's what I'm saying. So what do you think?
But they play similar. I'm talking about position wise. They play similar. You know, they play defense. They can pass the ball. They take the basket hard. But Castle can shoot though. That's the only difference.
Yeah. So
I see Tony Allen and Ron Holland.
Tony Allen.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad shout. That's a compliment. One of the best defenders I've ever seen in my lifetime at the NBA level. I'm trying to think who does Ron really remind? You know who Ron reminds me of, man. And I think he has more offensive upside. And if he turns out to be this, I think it's great. Gerald Wallace.
I like that.
Played for the Bobcats.
Yeah, I like Joe Wallace.
Yeah, he was balling. That guy was a baller. I think the absolute upside to Ron Holland is a Kawhi type player. That's the absolute upside. Similar size, similar wingspan, stuff like that. Do things.
30 to 35 games a year. Great. Love it.
I mean, as a player, first ballot Hall of Famer, NBA champion. I'd say it.
Should have stayed in Toronto.
Probably should have. I agree with you on that. I think LA kind of messed him up. I also think they had a better strength and conditioning program in Toronto too.
Oh, wow. Without
a doubt. And then for Ausar, man, like I said, I really see Andre Iguodala. I don't know, man. He's really. It's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. Because I think me and Drew, we're more on the Ausar. We think the Ausar might be the better player long term. Ron, I don't know. But I think this is we finally, after years of not having anybody to look forward to, we finally got a good problem to have, like, real teams. Because real teams have this problem.
Diallo. No more looking at
I mean, you got to have, it's good to have competition on your team.
Got to have it.
You know who I kind of see Ron Holland a little bit like? He kind of remind me a little bit of a young Jimmy Butler.
I agree with that as well.
I think he's like a young Jimmy Butler, how he was with the Bulls, how he came out. I think he can be that kind of player, that he can be like a Jimmy Butler type.
Fair enough.
I'm cool with that.
Fair enough. I got you. Sounds good. All right,
hey, so if he performs in the playoff like playoff Jimmy, I'm good with that.
Yup, me too.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, I'm very good
long
with
as he don't have
that.
his hair like Jimmy Butler, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
man.
so as long as he's not getting those hidden leaf tattoos like Zion, I'm cool with that as well. All right, so this has been a great show tonight, man. Really, real talk, man. Had some fun. Talked about some hairlines. Talked about some of these angry young ladies in the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Tattoos in freaky places.
Tacos and freaky pleasure, yeah, man. We talked about a lot. We talked about a lot, man. Good talking ball, fellas. Shouts out to our executive producer who's no longer hidden behind the scenes. Our boy Bandit. Yes, what's up? Shouts out to his hairline as well, still staying strong.
Hairline boy.
Shouts out to Bree shaving and repping for all the Ball brothers proudly. Shouts out to Day Day for coming in late. No matter what, he's still gonna be here. Better late than never.
Yep.
Shouts out to Rich, man. Hey, Rich, do me a favor, man. Like, if I'm ever in town, man, let me get half off of. I really like the jalapeno poppers. Not gonna lie, that's like the only fast food that I eat. I like the jalapeno. Let me get.
Hey,
Can I get?
Hey,
Let me
Rick,
get.
what state you in? What state
Let me
you
get.
in?
Huh?
I said food on me.
Oh, bet
What
Monday.
state?
Okay.
What
I'm
state
about
you
to.
in?
That's
Let me
all
get.
I had to
Hey,
hear. Bet.
Rose, bet.
I love food.
Look, look.
Hey, Rich, Drew said, what state you in?
Tennessee.
Oh, you in Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Oh,
look.
yeah. I
'Cause
got
I rock.
Tennessee.
I
They
rock with
got
that girl.
they got some good barbecue down there in Tennessee.
For sure.
I'm not
I'm
a.
40 minutes outside of Nashville. Two and a
Okay.
half
Oh, yeah,
hours
I'm
away from
coming
I love
down there.
Nashville.
I'm coming
I
down there.
love
We
Nashville.
gotta come
Love
visit Rich. We gotta come visit Rich, man. Especially, bro. I ain't gonna
Shit,
lie.
you
I'm
pull
not.
up on Rich, you might as well pull up on me. I'm in Atlanta. I ain't far from Rich.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta
we
go
pull up
see.
on
I
you.
got
It's in
actually
about you, Day-Day. It's in
Atlanta.
about you, bro.
Yeah,
You
but
say
I'm trying to
you say
it
get.
is
you Atlanta?
now.
I'm trying to get a free gyro, man, with the jalapeno poppers. That's the
Hey, them euros are pop, bro. I've been
bro.
dipping.
Yo, I'll be real. That's like if somebody eats at fast food, bro, that's about the healthiest thing you can get on the market. To be very honest with you.
Who in Atlanta?
I am.
Oh, I got a young friend nephew that's in Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm probably coming down there this summer.
We might have to road trip down there, man. We gotta go visit Day.
Then Drew about to take you on the block.
Then we gonna we go visit Rich so
Oh
we can
yeah,
get that.
No, you don't take me
I
to the
take you
bluff.
I
I'm
take you on
good.
block all right.
Oh, yeah. Go ride with him, Day-Day.
I'm chilling,
I'll
bro.
take you on one of them Drew runs.
No,
All
I'm
right.
chilling.
Tell me what you need. I got you.
Talking about sticking 50 pills in your keister.
All right. On that note, let's roll out, bro. On that note.
On that note, y'all. On that note, they tell them where they can find you at, bro.
Oh,
Right here, man. Right here,
Right
man.
here.
Right here.
Bro. Rich, where can they find you at, dog?
Come
Where
on,
can they
man.
find you at, man?
Come on, man. That ain't right, man. Y'all, come on, man.
Man,
You gonna find this stuff at, man?
Neil
Only in
a clown,
Detroit.
man.
You
Neil a
already
clown.
know.
See, that's why next show, man, you can't stay behind the scenes because he's been digging up dirt low key for an hour ever since that roast session at the beginning of the show. That's what he's been doing, man. He
I've
got
been
like
Googling
50.
shit. I got to do my
Exactly.
homework. Because y'all, for y'all. You
Exactly. You got 50 open tabs of burn material. That's what you got.
I'm going to save something.
He don't ask Chat GPT.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, as long as it don't burn when you pee, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Damn
wild.
right.
Hey, I ain't never had that problem.
You wild for that.
I have a feeling when I get the hiccups, I know I ain't having that problem.
Bad, buddy. Drew, where can they find you at, dog?
Now stop drinking that Sunny Kiss.
Man, y'all wild, man. Drew, the high fructose corn syrup. You gotta love it, right? Drew, where can they find you at, bro?
Sleep.
Hey, Drew be half dead. I go lie.
They can find me at FanDuel, the Titty Bar. I'm just playing, but no, they can find me.
Cheaters.
Wow.
No, I don't go cheat. That's for the.
You find
simp.
Drew at Pantheon.
I don't go Pentagon either. I go to the landing strip by the airport, brother. With
I
the
bet
finest
you
wine.
do.
where the fine women be at. I don't go to them hood rat spots.
Wow.
But no, you can find me on
Give me a hood
Facebook.
rat pick, one that don't give up.
What happened to that boy?
What is going on tonight?
Y'all wild, yo. Y'all wild.
Wow.
Hey,
But
Oh my, that was the worst bird call ever.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was terrible, man. Y'all, they can find you at Andrew Love on Facebook, Drew.
yeah, that's where they can find me at, man. I don't know what's going on right now, but
Hey, Rich did that Doug Collins bird call.
Exactly.
I can feel
Boy,
it.
would you?
Doug Collins, man. Wow. Bree, where can they find you at, man?
Man, the new breed 313 Sports, 313 the new breed Real Talk, and D313 the XP.
Bad money. Yeah, I'm just a little unimportant me, y'all. Y'all can find me on the D313 XP. We go live almost every day, y'all. Y'all can also find me here on Mondays every week. I oftentimes also make cameo appearances on shows that have nothing to do with basketball. You know, like the baseball show and the hockey show. I'm just playing with you, man.
And you can find them in Ber Mitzvahs and all.
On that note, y'all, it's been a great show, y'all. We appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight, man. Appreciate my brothers on the panel, y'all. Peace and blessings. Thank y'all for tuning in and look forward to speaking with y'all next week, y'all. Peace.